This is the evolving balloon. Now, it may seem like any ordinary red balloon until you look up and see this monstrosity. So how this works is that every time you pop a layer, instead of taking damage, it upgrades to the next balloon. So we deal some damage, it first turns into a regrow red, a camo red, and then moves on to blue, regrow blue, camo blue, green. You get the idea. This little fella actually contains 211 layers of every different possible balloon type inside of it, each layer stronger than the previous. This includes the new diamond balloons, rock balloons, BADs, and even every single tier of every different type of boss. Now what I'll be doing today is god boosting every single tier 5, hero, and paragon in the game and putting them head to head against this thing, starting with the Ultra Juggernaut. Now, like all of my videos, there is going to be some explanation I have to do, so first things first, huge shout out to Tootie for letting me use this mod. Thank you, good sir. And another huge shout out to myself, the modder, for fixing it up and optimizing it after the recent update absolutely destroyed it. Again, like I said, this will go through every different boss, so when we get to Lich, it'll actually drain our lives and kill us every time, so I will be setting my lives to an insane amount so that doesn't happen. Speaking of bosses, another problem arises when you get to the Dread Balloon layers. Since Dread Balloon has immunities to every different category, that means literally none of them can get past that point by themselves. So for this problem, I have a mod, also made by myself, the modder, so huge thanks once again, that allows all towers to ignore the Dread Balloon immunity. So this whole video is going to be based off of overall damage and power, not the typical restrictions. Now onto the god boosting. So if you look right here, there is this special little wrench made by Doom Bubbles, so thank you to you as well. Where if you put this thing on top of it, check this out. It's like every different possible buff in the entire game on this thing. Honestly, for demonstration, I gotta move this thing down so you can actually see everything. There it is. I think there was another layer we were missing when it was up here, but that, my friends, is not it. We will also be using Dat Jane Doe's Gold Village mod. Now, this is the thing that I typically use when it comes to god boosting in every different video, but I want to combine them both to make literally the craziest thing ever. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but basically this also replicates like all the buffs in the game, so you added a couple extra ones that were missing. And the tier 5, the self-overclock replica, adds an additional 500% attack speed. Kind of like the Master Builder does to itself, you know? It's going to be so fucked. Alright, it's time to get started, but first things first, I want to try it out with no buffs on it at all, because I've only tried it with buffs, and I want to give something to compare, like a regular thing versus this new god boosting. So as I showed in the intro, this will pop into a regrow and then a camo, which I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna go crossbow master, alright? It's gonna rip through these layers. Now these first layers, they go by quickly, alright? We're already 60 layers in, but trust me, it is no walk in the park, especially later on. As you saw, I went through all the gold balloons and all these things, and these new diamond balloons, like I also said. And also, as you can tell, this thing is ridiculously slow. Like, it kind of needs to be that way so we can actually stand a chance. So I went to DDTs and more rock balloons, BFB. I'm gonna speed it up 25 times and see, like, so Lich again, Human G. Oh my god, we're already losing and we're not even 100 layers through. And also, yeah, even though I have literally 1 billion lives, anytime this thing leaks out at all, it instantly kills you. Alright, I think you get the idea. Let's actually get started now. As you'll notice too, literally every single tower in the game, maybe that's not true, but at least most of them, they're gonna have full map range because of all these buffs. I'm like scared to press play. Moment of truth, let's do it. Let's see how fast this thing attacks. As you might expect from all the extra damage, it is ripping through literally every single layer at once, but trust me, it will not stay like this. Okay, onto Lich, literally insta-popped. Onto another Dread Balloon, literally insta-popped. But the thing is, these layers only have 17,000 health. It's gonna get to the point where they have literally tens of millions, even 100 million. Like, we're now onto millions of health. Like, this thing has 2.5 million, so it's not instant. Look at that. It's actually struggling a little bit, and we still have 50 layers to go. Damage is going up like crazy. We're already past 80 million on the Ultra Juggernaut. I am curious, though, how does the Diamondback Balloon work? I've never actually fought it in a typical battle. Like, do you pop the things behind it, or do you pop its head? It's spawning stuff like Bloonarius. I don't get it. Oh my god, it's making its first turn. We're not at the start of the map anymore. Is this the final tier of Diamondback? Because it literally started with 60 million health. Also, it seems like this one's taking a lot more damage quickly. Maybe that's because it's like bouncing between the layers. Again, I don't know how this thing works. Oh god, what's happening? This layer has 1 billion health? Wait, what? We're only at 180 out of 211. That doesn't make sense. Maybe it's bugged or something, but I think we're actually going to be able to take this down eventually. Maybe it's knocking it back because it's not moving at all. Oh my god, that took a long time, but as you can see, we're now to the end. What is layer 181 gonna be? Is it gonna be the same thing? Another one? What the hell, dude? Alright, trust me, this is not a part of it. It's definitely bugged or something. Gonna have to get that fixed for sure.
One eternity later.
Alright, a bit of a reset here. The mod is now fixed, but also a good amount of stuff is changing. So honestly, just kind of forget most of the stuff you've seen in this video so far. Also, I am super sick right now, so I'm sorry about that. You're just gonna have to get used to my voice. First things first, those crazy 1 billion HP layers are now gone, which actually brings the new total amount of layers to 181 instead of 211. Yeah, there were 30 layers of those things, so the new highest layer is a surprise. You'll see it later. Next, I will actually be removing the gold village now. From some testing, I've concluded that the extra 500% damage is just way too strong. So we're just going to use the magic wrench shit. You know, this thing that also replicates like every buff in the game. I'm saying just the magic wrench, like that's not going to be a lot. It's literally way more than the gold village. I just don't want the extra 500% on top. It's not naturally achievable in the game. Like you can't put that buff on any other tower, so I don't think it's very fair. At least not for this video. Anyways, lastly, you'll notice that the bosses actually behave like bosses now. Now, the fact that the bosses actually behave like bosses has some positives, but also some negatives. Like Blast Populace actually blocks stuff now and puts the rocks down, so that's not going to do much, but that's, I guess, a little negative. As you can see, Vortex is repelling balloons, like I said, but the positive about this is that every time you actually pop the layer now, it'll be shot backwards, which will help us out later on. Because the main problem is actually FaZe's dashing ability. When it takes damage, it jumps super far up the track. Like this, not good. You know, no matter how much damage you deal, that's always going to be a problem because it's invincible while it's dashing. Hate me all you want, but I actually changed FaZe's dash distance to half of what it normally is because I tested it out before, and if you didn't do that, not a single tower in the game can do it because, like I said, it's invincible. If we have it at half the distance, then they actually stand a chance if they're strong enough. It may not seem like it, but I've been working on this video for so long, and I feel like I've found the perfect balance now, so everything should be good to go how it is right now. Also, I know it's not like tier 5 elite balloon arrows or anything yet, but it is so satisfying watching these actually come out. I don't know what I was like thinking before when they weren't even behaving like bosses. Rock balloons, yeah, you love to see them. Normally you hate them, but right now you love to see them. Anyways, as you can see, we still have over 15 layers left, and this phase is just so frustrating. Look how far it is up the track now. I think this is the final layer of phase. It only has 15 million health though, so maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there's one more. Okay, that does finally go down, but look how far that got. It's literally all the way on the right over here. You know, almost at the end of the track. Not a very good situation to be in. Come on, you're so close. Keep killing him. Well, we made it onto Blast Populace, but as of right now, it is blocking our line of sight, so we can't even attack it. And hopefully it doesn't leak out any second now. Yep. There it is. So God Boosted Juggernaut cannot take care of the evolving balloon. It got through... Which one do I say? 177 or 178? Technically, the bottom number is how many layers it beat. So we're going to say it got through 177 layers. Super Monkey Fan Club. That's right. Finally on to the next tower. Like I said, it was a very long intro, but now we're going to get things rolling. We're going to go quick. Now, if you know me, you'll know that I don't really like micro. So I can't say with 100% certainty that it's going to be for every tower with an ability, but probably most of them. All I'm going to do is just link a tech bot to it so it activates the ability whenever it's available. You know, that way I can just sit back and relax. Watch this. Plasma all by itself, ripping through all these layers like an absolute madman. This thing's actually way stronger than it looks. Like this layer right here is 300,000 health. That one's kind of out of order, isn't it? What is this? I never even noticed with the first one, but there's the test balloon with 1 million health coming at layer 109, even though the next one after that is not going to have 1 million health. It's okay. We can consider it our first like early hard challenge. Like the next layer has 7,500. Something I did notice though with the test balloon is that the plasma doesn't do nearly as much damage. So I might have to watch out for that as well. I'm going to get rid of the tech bot because the actual darts themselves do way more damage. Oh, no way, dude. It fell victim to phase itself. Definitely did not get as far as the Ultra Juggernaut. They made through 165 layers. You suck. I hate you. Crossbow Master. Probably one of my favorite tier 5s in the entire game. It's just so cheap and so good. And okay, I'm doing it right this time. We're going for the very quick shots cross path. It should be good. Am I expecting this to be better than the Ultra Juggernaut? Maybe not, but maybe. I don't know. It has huge range, but also all of them have big range. I don't know what I'm talking about here. The Pierce is good. We got some criticals. Gonna help us out. Let's get to that final layer, huh? Please don't tell me this is going to suffer the same fate, is it? Oh my god, phase actually goes down. I thought he was going to dash again. Oh, the problem is we're already reaching the end, though. We don't have much leeway here. These criticals are crazy, though. They're so good. God damn it. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that right there. Look, balloons leaked. Lich. The entire thing. All right, we made it through 168 layers. I think I might have memory problems. I don't know if that's better than the middle path. Also, I just realized I forgot to show the damage for the other ones. So this one had 74 million. I remember the Ultra Juggernaut had like well over 100 million, maybe like 200 million or something like that. Apex Plasma Master, degree 100. It's that time of the video again that I have to explain that this is a degree 100. It looks like a degree 1, but it's not. Okay, it has all the same properties of the degree 100, all the same damage. It's because I'm using this, okay? Mods. Throw the wrench on top of that. Buffed Paragon. Yeah. If this can't do it, I don't know what will. I guess a better Paragon, maybe. Anyways, the first little layers, they're honestly going to look the same when it comes to literally like every different type of tower or every different tower. Also, remember the test balloon? I feel like we can probably use that as kind of a showcase of how good a tower is going to be, how fast it takes care of it. We're lagging a little bit right now because we're insta-popping everything, but did I already pass the test balloon? Did we instantly annihilate it? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Look at this coming off of it. God, dude. All right, I have great news. As you can see, we are on layer 180. There's only one more after this. This one is tier 5 elite diamondback. It starts with like 65 million health or something. Now the crazy thing is, it's at the start of the fucking track. This thing literally does like 1 million damage per hit. It's absurd. Look at this. We're on to the very final balloon. What do you think it is? Yeah. It's the 100 million HP Moab test balloon, and look how quickly it is getting obliterated. We're down to 10 million health already. Oh my god. We win at the start of the track. So I guess the Apex Plasma Master is like the greatest thing to ever exist. Oh my god. Okay, 181 out of 181. The total damage was over 500 million. So I guess that's like the total amount of health the evolving balloon has. Quincy, yes, that's right. Maybe you forgot. I am going to be doing all the heroes as well. So every Paragon, hero, and tier 5. So the way I'm going to structure it is I'm going to do 3 tier 5s, right? And then the Paragon of those tier 5s if they have it, and then 1 hero, then back to tier 5s. There's going to be a lot of swapping back and forth. Anyways, this is the first hero up. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put a tech bot just like this, link it on top, because in this video, I feel like timing abilities honestly isn't really going to make any sort of difference. You know, we're so unbelievably strong. Oh wait, this is the test balloon right here going down pretty quickly. Anyways, yeah, the abilities don't really need to be timed that well because of how much damage this thing does. Nothing's like overwhelming it, you know what I mean? You know what's crazy? The Apex Plasma Master was actually so strong and dealt so much damage, it actually ignored the dashing from phase. It just ripped through every single layer at once pretty much. Definitely not what's happening here. We're getting close to the end, but it's not over yet. I think we are going to take care of this one right now. And I think... Another dash? No, dude. God damn it, dude. I was going to say, we literally have 7 more layers, and now 6 left. With maybe enough room to do it. Oh, wait, no. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I forgot about the test Moab. Imagine that thing spawning right here with 100 million health. There's no chance. Anyways, we got through 175 layers. Not a bad start for the heroes whatsoever. Glaive Lord. I did go with the Red Hot Ranks cross path. If that's wrong, I'm sorry. It seems like it would be better. Like, it's either that or faster attack speed. I don't know, but either way, I'm going to be hearing about it. It's so satisfying, these early layers. That was a B80. There's going to be a fortified B80 right there. Oh my god, it's so nice. What layer is the test balloon? 109. We got to keep an eye out for that. Another thing to consider is that, like, the Ultra Juggernaut can actually knock back the test balloon. So when it was in that situation, it was actually getting knocked back to the start of the track, which gave it an advantage later on. You know, there's lots of considerations here. All right, I'm seeing a bit of a similar trend here. It seems like all of them so far have been getting to a very similar spot. Right now we're at 175. You know, the final phase. It hasn't even shifted forward once though, so it's like not as far or like not as good as the previous ones. But you know, it's still made it up to that point at least. Something you might not have expected though is that like the last 7 layers are easily like harder to beat than the previous 174 combined. The difficulty is exponential. Permacharge. Also with red hot rings. Again, I'm sorry if that's not right. And also with a tech bot, which I am not sorry about because that's a time saver. That's a me sanity sake. Oh yeah, that's right. I forget that this thing has weird behaviors. When it's god boosted, like it has this massive range, right? But the actual boomerangs, they can't reach that far. That's gonna make things interesting because it's technically the range would be like, it's kind of hard to see my hand, but like this circle, this inner circle, doesn't cover the entire thing, you know? It does look like it deals a lot of damage, though. There's the test balloon. Oh my god, that was the entire test balloon. That's 1 million health right there. All right, we lose again on round 100 or layer 167. Nothing too special here. It did get past phase, so I guess that's an accomplishment, but we got to move on. This is going to be a much faster paced video than normal. Moab domination. Yes, dude. So on the off chance that we actually do make it all the way up to the final tier, you know, 181, the Moab test balloon, we're going to win. This is one of the first ones we've seen in this whole video that can actually, you know, knock back Moabs. Please, my friend, just get there. Oh no, this has the same problem. You see that? Dude, the boomerang is just all sorts of fucked up. It just has that weird, like, limited range. Or maybe it doesn't, because the thing that actually knocks back Moab class balloons, I just noticed it, that can go as far as you want. Oh my god, I did not realize how big of a factor knockback actually is. I don't know how, but look, we're on 178. This is tier 5 balloon areas, and it's like not even around the first loop. Like here's Diamondback with 65 million health. I go 10 times speed. It's gonna lag a little bit, obviously, but this thing is getting shredded. All right, on to the last million. It's gonna break now, which means we are on to the finale. The Moab test balloon is gonna spawn in any moment now, and it gets pushed right back to the start of the map, like I said. So at this point, we just speed it up and wait. Here we go, the final moments. Victory once again. Hell yeah, Moab domination. Are you serious? Does it have the same amount of health or same amount of damage, just over 500 million? It's like varied a little bit, but not by much. So it turns out it's not only paragons, and power is not the only factor. Glaive Dominus, also degree 100. I think that's the last time I'm going to say that because they're all going to be degree 100. You just have to believe me. I'm no sabotager. Anyways, if one of the tier 5s can get it by itself, I have no doubt this is going to be able to get it. Also, I forgot that they made an ability for this thing. So you tap it, and what does that even do? I feel like I don't know anything about this game. Yet I know everything at the same time, you know? Ability is about to be recharged again, but I can't click it. What the hell, dude? Why are you not attacking? This calls for the tech bot. Just throw it on top. I don't want to deal with that. Anyways, look at this. 25 times speed. Not really any lag at all. Just ripping through layer after layer. About to be on 174, which is the final phase tier, which is literally the only thing you ever have to be worried about, apparently, in this video. And that somehow gets knocked back instantly and killed instantly. It just ignores everything. God boosted paragons are on a whole nother level, I'm telling you. Look at all these blades spinning around. I don't know how that works, but we're going against Diamondback again, which I also don't know how it works. All I know is that we beat it, and look at this, the final tier once again, 100 million health. That
fucking fast. That wasn't even like 10 times speed or anything. That was literally just the regular 3 times. I think we have a new champion of the video so far. And this one had like almost 1 billion damage. I don't understand. Gwendolyn. Oh yeah, I forgot you have to target the abilities. We'll throw that, I don't know, in this intersection. I wonder if the God boosting actually like affects that though. Like, no, it doesn't make it any better. I thought it was gonna be like 10 million fires up in this little spot. So this thing doesn't have any sort of knockback. We're about to face the regular test balloon with 1 million HP because that's 109, I believe. Let's see how that goes. Speed it up regular 3 times. Definitely not as fast as the previous ones, but still got it done. There's still a chance. Gwendolyn has been nice and smooth throughout this entire thing, but I can't say that she's been the biggest damage dealer out there. I think definitely below average when it comes to that. We are going to lose on 174 again. No! Oh, so sad. Balloon Crush. So this is also another tower. If we happen to get to the very end, it will take care of it. And I know that because I've made this tower my enemy. It wasn't God boosted, it didn't have any buffs or anything, but I made this thing pop the Moab test balloon. It took over 12 hours in over 100 times speed. Yeah, don't have super fond memories of this thing, but the good news is it does have knockback. Okay, something super interesting, this very low level lich right here can actually get knocked back by this thing somehow. Look, it comes in, knocked back. What? Like it didn't kill it, didn't go to the next layer, it just pushed it back. What the hell? Oh my god. It's weird though because that's the only thing that it does that to. I've been watching. Like once it gets past this layer, look, everything's just normal, even the other lich. I don't know what's happening. It's not my fault. In the end though, the knockback was not sustainable. It was not enough. Moab Eliminator with heavy bombs, I guess. Maybe that'll be better. Also, something I'm curious about is obviously the God boosting isn't going to make the ability attack faster, but maybe it'll make it do more damage. Maybe the ability, instead of however much it does right now, it does like 100 million maybe, hopefully. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Also, look at that. It's not even on its podium because it just releases so fast. And when it speeds up like this, look, this is the test balloon. It's so cool looking. Look at it. It's just floating. There's not even like layers of it. It's just one big thing floating in the air, dropping bombs. Oh no, it's missing. It's somehow missing. Look at that. It's like flying over the top of it. This thing isn't taking any damage. Is it just the angle or something? What the fuck? Okay. Now the thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that obviously I have God boosted everything a plethora of times with a bunch of different factors and stuff. This video is very different though because every single time I've God boosted something, it has been with the Gold Village or traditional buffs. It's never been with this Doom Bubbles crazy God boost wrench thing. That's why everything I see is so unexpected. I'm like, what is going on? Wait a minute. We are on 174, the troublemaker, but as you can see, it is not very far. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna speed this up quite a bit. We're going through Lich, then we will go through Vortex, which is being knocked back and not stunning this thing. Perfect combination. Then we got Blast Populous, which honestly is like the easiest boss in the game. It doesn't fucking do anything at all. Bloonarius, tier 5 elite, 40 million health, not a problem because of the splash damage and the speed and the damage and all that. It also like shoots out stuff like Bloonarius. I really still don't understand how this thing works, and I don't think I will understand how it works by learning this way. Anyways, that leaves us with just the final, the beast, which actually I don't know if we can get it or not. These abilities are going to do a lot of damage. This thing is meant for eliminating Moabs. It's literally the Moab Eliminator. We're already 10 million in, a decent amount of room left. This is going to be the closest one yet. No, dude, that's going to be it. We're still going to have 64 million health left over, but that was close. That was way better than I was expecting. It made it through 180 layers, just one away. Bomb Blitz. I doubt this would even happen here, but technically it could happen. If we were to leak through anything that's not the evolving balloon, you know, maybe like a Bloonarius BAD or a Lich baby. If we leaked one of those out, it would activate the Bomb Blitz ability, which would deal a lot of damage, which would probably be exponential due to the God buffs. Hopefully we'll see that activate, but probably not. This one has been the laggiest so far by like a long shot, but it's doing the job. it's getting it done. We're on 178 right now. I don't know what it is with the bomb tower, but these little guys are beasts. Absolute demons. It also looks like this one is dealing more damage than the previous tier. I don't know how that works. This thing is literally meant for splash damage and group, you know, crowd control. But apparently it's made for obliterating literally every single different type of balloon in the entire game and every boss and every tier and everything. Down to 50 million health, officially halfway there. We still have a little bit of room to go, but I don't know about this. It's looking kind of possible, dude. We're down to 30 million. We still have some room. Holy shit, no. No. Just like the last one, we didn't get it, but it was so close. So, you know, we beat 180 layers. We do not get the green numbers on the right side. I need to stop recording soon, dude. I can't even speak right now. I'm so sick. Ballistic obliterator missile bunker. Is that what it is? That's what it's called. Yeah, that was actually pretty spot on. Honestly, I forgot this thing existed. When it came out, I made one video showcasing it and then just haven't even touched it since. Anyways, throw the wrench on top of there, get our tech bot down. I think this will be my last one for the day. I know I can keep going, but I really don't want to be annoying. First 100 layers absolutely shredded. We made it to the test Moab. Wait, did it die instantly? It was at like 800 health still, then it just like teleported to the next one. I guess maybe the ability activated or something. But just like the Glaive Dominus, if the tier 5 can do it, this definitely can. So let's just skip ahead. You know, it makes it kind of hard to jump forward when I'm getting like a frame every like 20 seconds. What is wrong with the bomb tower too? It's so strong, but it's so laggy. Too many calculations. Right now, it may not seem like anything is happening, but if you look up, we are on 181 out of 181. It just keeps getting pushed back over and over again. Which means we officially win, but we still have to let it, you know, die. So let's go 25 times speed. It does about 1 million, maybe 2 million damage every second like this. Just one more shot comes in. Victory, ladies and gentlemen. Did I? Yes? It's frozen. Okay, there we go. We're good. I was just really confused because if you look right here, it says 399,000 health left. I was like, did we not get it? Did we die somehow? Striker Jones. Oh, wait, I didn't even upgrade him. Listen to my keyboard while I do this. It's going to be really satisfying. We're gonna put this one in 10 times speed as well. Oh my god, it's so crazy seeing them go down that fast. Oh wait, you also have an ability. What does that even do? Shoots like a missile or something? Why aren't you doing it? Hello? Maybe the B80 isn't in range, but the thing I do know is that 2 of these abilities don't even work. Ah, there we go. Does this have knockback too? Because look, if I speed it up, this thing's like barely taking any damage and then nothing's coming in on the screen. It's because it's only the ability. Watch, if I get rid of the tech bot, it'll actually come through and kill. No, I lied. It's still knocking back. I think maybe the ability stuns. All right, it took like 5 minutes and 100 times speed to get past the last layer, but now we're on to the test balloon. And I was right. It does have knockback. Can you see the test balloon? Where is it? Let's play Blue's Clues. I spy. Spot it. Dude, Blue's Clues was so sick when I was little. Hold on, slight detour. What was the guy's name? Steve. Steve Burns. Hell yeah, this guy. Yeah, look at him. Look at this cool guy. Yeah, Steve. He's 52. Is he still doing it? Oh, that's so sad. Left the show in 2002. Wait, what? 2002, that's when I was born. He did not leave the show in 2002. I watched Steve. Okay, to pursue other projects, and he was rapidly losing his hair. Oh, that's so sad. He's not currently the daily host, so who is it? Who's the Blue's Clues guy now? Josh De La Cruz. This is all Steve. This dude? Oh, that's crazy. That is not my Steve. That's crazy. Anyways, that was a little tangent. Let's get back to this. We've barely done any damage to this thing. Back to 100 times speed, and it's still like barely making a dent. Nope, you know what? I've had enough. I'm gonna get rid of this tech bot. Please just behave. I can't wait like 10 hours for this one. See, now it's actually dealing damage. It also looks really cool when it attacks. As you can see, this thing is now getting pretty far, so maybe I should put the tech bot back on. See if we can stun it now. Because if it can stun it in place right here, that'd be so good. We would definitely win, right? Or maybe that's just not how it works. No? I think it's still moving. Oh, I didn't even link the fucking tech bot. Wait, yes I did. Wait, hold on. What? Use your ability. Why can't you anymore? Look, it shoots back the little Lich baby, but not Lich himself. Which I guess is good, because if it could knock back bosses, that'd be way too overpowered. So that means maybe the first one that comes in always, that it's not actually Lich. It's a Lich baby by itself without the mother. Oh my god, you learn something new every day. Speaking of learning something new, I'm sorry the Striker Jones section is going to be much longer than the rest. I've had lots of stuff to talk about. I'm no longer sick, so I'm like actually wanting to talk. Anyways, yes, learning. So yesterday, I actually went to a physical therapist clinic and I shadowed there. I was there all day. I got to watch with patients and learn about all these different techniques and stuff. It was so sick. It's because I'm taking a physical therapy class in school right now, and that was like one of our assignments is to do like a clinical observation. So yesterday was my first day, and then I have one more day of that next week, so we're gonna do 10 hours. And it's actually not even my first time doing a shadowing. I don't know if I've talked about the other one before, but I actually went to a hospital and I shadowed the radiologist and like the radiologic technologist, you know, the rad techs for 8 hours. I got to go to the OR, got to go to the ER, outpatient, inpatient. I got to see all these crazy surgeries and all these crazy injuries. I don't know, it's kind of fun. If you guys are thinking about doing anything healthcare wise, go shadow. It's a pretty cool experience. Unfortunately, Striker Jones is an average man, alright? He's just like the rest of them. 175, the tier 5 elite phase is just too much for him to handle. Inferno ring. Yes, I love this thing. Check this out. When I throw the wrench on top of it, the entire screen goes red because the range is the entire screen. If you haven't seen this thing God boosted before, it is so crazy because... Hold on, why is it not doing it? I guess first things first, it shoots fireballs like crazy. This isn't even like maximum speed or anything. This isn't even like 10% speed. It's just like doing one layer at a time. The maximum speed is like everything else where it does like 1,000 per second. You see that? They all circle around and they all heat seek and it just turns the entire map red. Anyways, I'm assuming for the time lapse, I need to put a ginormous epilepsy flash warning because it's gonna be red and green a lot. So prepare yourself, prepare your eyes. Well, I hope that was enjoyable. It probably wasn't, but it looks super cool on my end when it's not super ultra sped up. All these meteors going everywhere. They're crazy. Anyways, we're on 180. Now we're going to be on 181, the Moab test balloon. Let's see how this goes. It's ripping through it pretty well. They're circling back around. We're 10 million in already, and we have so much room to go. This thing has been ripping through every layer. Look how fast. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million. Billion, trillion, and that's just regular 3 times speed. Look at that, we win. I knew it. I knew the Inferno ring could do it. My child, I'm very proud. You've done well. Super Maelstrom, the worst tack shooter, one of the worst towers in the game. I don't like this thing at all. Throw the wrench on top again. I want to make sure the ability isn't affected by the God boosting. I don't think it would be, but still. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Look at this thing. This is no longer the worst tower in the entire game. My least favorite tower in the entire game because it looks cool. It has full map range, but look, it can't even hit the test balloon because it's in between its little shots. Go ahead and throw the ability on top now. It like disrupts the shots kinda, or is that because it's like changing between phases or layers of the evolving balloon? This is definitely the longest it's taken to get up to 109, get up to the test balloon, but it looks like we actually do some good damage once they're on top of the blades. You know what? I knew this one was going to be below average, but it exceeded my expectations. I thought we were going to die in like the 140s or 150s or something. I mean, technically, we already lost because we've leaked out lives, but that's not the evolving balloon. That's its little minions. You know, I don't care about them. You know, in the end, we did make it up to 175. What that means is that this thing is average, which I was not expecting. The tax zone. Now this is going to be cool to see because there's going to be a lot of tax, obviously. There's already a lot of tax before the God boosting. Also, what the hell is happening? Look, it's like a weird shape. It's like an egg going off to the right of it, and it's not even getting through the first layer. What? Maybe it has like a certain range that it has to be within, and if it's not, then it just tweaks out. I don't understand, but like when it does work, it looks cool. It's doing it again, but it's actually dealing damage. What? You know what? I'm not going to question it. I just want to see the test balloon. A little slower than normal, a little slower than average, but then again, it's a million health, and it did take care of it. Hold on, hold on. This is my chance. Look, we're on Vortex, which means this thing can get knocked back. We passed 175, so... No, god damn it. I was gonna say we passed 175, so like, you know, we stand a chance to at least get to the end, but no, okay. The Crucible of Steel and Flame. My least favorite Paragon in the entire game. I fucking hate this thing. It's like, it's so laggy, it's not even good. And it can't hit camo for some reason. Why? Why can the Paragon not hit camo balloons? Technically, if it was possible to get one of these down before round 24 and you were playing on chimps, you would lose on round 24 with the fucking degree 100 Paragon. This thing genuinely just like pisses me off. I know it's gonna be laggy. I know like we're probably gonna get through it eventually, but it's like, oh my god. Just throw the tech bot on top, just press play and hope it's not that bad. What is happening? I don't know why I expected any sort of normal behavior after what just happened with the tack zone. You know what? This actually might make it better. More smooth, you know, less lag. We're about to get to 109. Let's see how quick that is. Okay, that was instant. What the hell is this? Huh? It's not dealing any damage, and look at that. Does this one even deserve a time lapse? I don't know. It just stops attacking sometimes too. Well, it took 3 fucking hours to get to this point. We are officially onto the test Moab. It's getting taken care of. Yay! We all knew this was gonna happen. We all knew it was gonna be able to take care of it. It's just like I have to prove it. I can't just be like, oh, it's gonna do it. Let's just move on. I know it's gonna take literally all day for this thing to finish, but it would be wrong of me to skip it, wouldn't it? At the end of the day, it was worth it. It wasn't a waste of time because we did take care of it. Even the victory screen is lagging. Why are you doing that? What the hell is wrong with you? Why is this thing such a problem? Oben. Dude, I'm gonna have like PTSD from the tack shooter. I'm just gonna be worried that like every time I start a new tower, I'm gonna be worried it's gonna be like that. So far, it doesn't seem like that's the case for Oben, which is making me so happy. It's actually smooth. Plus, I just realized there's no knockback, which is good. Kinda. It's not as good in the end, but it means it's gonna be a lot smoother and be faster at least. Get it over with. But I also realized his little attack is kind of like the Inferno Ring meteors, where they like loop around and they heat seek. So that's going to be nice. Also, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that in the video, the attack speed looks so much slower than it does on my monitor. The reason for that is I have a 480 hertz monitor and I record in 60 FPS, so it's like literally 8 times slower on the video. Just trust me when I say it is insane looking. We're on 172 right now. I don't think we're even gonna make it to phase. Again, technically we already did lose because it's just like, it's just coming out P80s to the exit right now. But is the entire thing gonna go out 10 times speed? Let's see. No, we made it to Dread Balloon. Can we do this though? I mean, he is very slow. No. Okay, so we made it through 172 layers. We like Fortnite, we like Fortnite. Super brittle. Now, this is the first tower throughout this entire video that I've had genuinely no idea how it's gonna go. I guess technically I don't know how any of them are gonna go. A lot of them surprise me, but I mean like the attack itself because it's an ice monkey. You know, whenever it comes to ice monkeys or glue gunners, they just behave weird. Also, I just realized this thing has a paragon, huh? The Herald of Everfrost. This thing came out not very long ago. As you can see, I haven't used it. I haven't even unlocked it. Unlock for 750,000 XP. I don't even have enough. Oh, that's kind of nice. Look, it's freezing the test balloon. So instead of it getting over here and starting the rest of the journey way further up the track, at least it's starting backwards. Some sort of advantage. Dude, I missed the end of that one too, but it was nothing special. There is one thing to keep in mind though. I guess you probably saw it at the start of the section, but like the little icicles come out of just this tiny little area right here, but it can hit the entire map, so it like looks super silly. Absolute zero. One of the lowest damage dealing towers in the entire game, but also when you have this many buffs on it, it's still gonna do well. Like it's not gonna just like die, you know? Even a 0-0-0 of any tower can get pretty far in this. So stay tuned, I guess. Also, what the hell is happening? Why? Actually, after this one, I'm gonna check what it's like with like a 0-0-0 Dart Monkey God boosted, how far that could get. What if we take the ability off? No more tech bot. Okay, that made it go through, and it can damage BADs, and this is so weird. I guess the ability just ruins it, so we're not gonna use that. And also check how much damage it deals to the test balloon. It's like 50 every few seconds. But then again, I don't have it sped up. If I were to go to like 100 times speed, is it going to be any better? Kinda. It's like 1,000 damage per second, meaning this one's going to take 1,000 seconds. Alright, 1 second. It's been about 15 minutes. We're down to 100,000 HP. One thing I didn't realize, though, is that maybe I'm using the wrong cross path. Let me sell this one for a second. I'll rebuy it if I need to. But if we go for the absolute zero with the refreeze cross path, maybe that'll, like, keep it in place forever. So I go back to 100 times. Oh, that's way better. Oh, my God. I think... Hold on. Wait. We'll get back to the test balloon. It seems like this one's going down a little slower though. But then this stays still and it's taking way more damage. This is in 10 times speed, not 100. If I were to do 100, it would die like instantly. God, there's so many factors. What about the ability now? If I were to put that on, is that going to change anything? Is that going to make it worse or better? Or doesn't seem like it's really changing anything? Okay, so the bottom cross path is better, but still not good. We're gonna lose right now, I think. Yeah. We only made it through 152 layers, so I think that's the worst one so far. Kind of makes sense, though. This is a terrible tower for damage. Icicle Impale. Now, the question is, do we go top path or middle path? I don't know. We already have the refreeze, so we shouldn't have that same problem again. Increases Pierce, can pop, blah, blah, blah. We're going middle. Obviously, I'm not speaking for the Paragon here, but I feel like if any Ice Monkey is to do this, it's this one. In my humble opinion, by far the best one in the entire game. Look, there's the test balloon getting completely stunned. And lots of damage being dealt to it. We're only in 3 times speed. We go 25, that thing's gone pretty much instantly. The only factor is lag. I still can't get over the little vortex, like, repelling stuff. It's so satisfying. We're on 180. We have one more to go after this. Now, it might seem like we're screwed, right? Because there's like barely any room and we got the 100 million HP demon coming up. However, if this thing can freeze it and permastall it, we'll win. Okay, moment of truth. Diamondback goes down. No, it can't get frozen, dude. It's like barely moving forward. We're dealing a lot of damage. Look, we're already down 10 million health, but there's just not going to be enough room. It's not... Oh, dude. It's not a cross path issue either, I think, because the middle one makes it freeze an extra layer and lasts longer, while the top doesn't really add anything. That's unfortunate. At least it was close. At least it did well. We got through 180 layers. Now, the question is, do I have enough XP for the Paragon? No, I do not. I went ahead and turned off the mod, so now if we start any normal game, I press play, there shouldn't be the evolving balloon. Okay, it's normal. This is so weird to see, multiple red balloons. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to the normal version of this game. So here's my idea. I believe you get the most amount of XP in chimps. On a hard maps, we're gonna do... Oh yeah, there's a new map too. I'm so late to all this news. I don't even have chimps unlocked. God damn it. No, this is not the right map to unlock the Ice Monkey. This is the worst map in the entire game for the Ice Monkey, I swear. Glacial Trail. Oh no, white balloons. Shit. I forget I'm the worst player in the entire world at this game regularly. Did that even give me a lot of XP? We got to 22 rounds and impoppable on an expert map. 7,000 XP. I just need to refine my strategy.
Oh wait, that's right. I forget I'm actually the greatest in the entire world at this game. And guess what? Unlocked Herald of Everfrost. Herald? That's such a silly name. So it's a degree 100, but this is what a degree 1 looks like. That's crazy. That looks so cool. I want to see what the other degrees look like. If I just get like one over here and we put some money into it, it'll... Wait, what? Oh, I don't have unlimited tier 5s mod on. Okay, never mind. That's too much work. I'm not restarting. I'll see what it looks like later. I don't even know what this thing does. We're going to throw this on top. I'm going to see it God boosted before I see it with nothing. No boosts. And I also don't know what the ability does, obviously. So tech bot on top of that. We'll see in 35 seconds. All right. Oh my God. What the fuck is that? Is that how it normally attacks? Or is this a component of the God boosting? Oh my God, I just saw the test balloon, I saw a fortified B80, everything dies instantly, plus the entire map went blue. Hello? Does it say what the ability does anywhere? What is this menu? Why is there so much new shit? I clicked on this little icon to see if there was like an ability description, but I guess they have this now too. I need to start playing this game casually, I really do. There's literally no description of the ability anywhere. So I'm just gonna guess that it makes everything attack faster. Makes everything deal more damage. I don't know. That's what a typical ability kind of does. Uh-oh. That didn't take long. For some reason, every time I get to the Paragons, it's always against Diamondback is when it lags. But it's like only Diamondback. All the other bosses are fine. You grab two of the newest things in the entire game and literally inject them with every possible drug in the entire world and have them 1v1 to the death. Does that sound like something that's going to be very clean? Come on, dude. I've literally been frozen for like 5 minutes now. May not seem like a long time, but I'm just waiting here for something to happen. It's a long time. It's like watching fucking paint dry. You know what? I'm going to give this thing 30 minutes. We're going to start a timer right there. See if anything changes within that time. I guess a little bit of patience is all it takes. It only took 4 minutes for it to stop. I thought it wasn't going to stop at all. Now there is one problem though. Next time we get to Diamondback, it's just going to do the same thing. At least now I know. Just be patient. Watch the attacks ricochet off of Vortex. Ready? It's so cool. Stop freezing. No, you're ruining the moment. Okay, this is the final tier of Diamondback, and as you can see, it's like not even lagging at all. I don't know why. I promise you it wasn't only the first one that was laggy and freezing. The second one that came out did too. We're now moving on to the Moab test balloon, the finale, which is just stuck in place at the very start of the map. Already down 30 million health. It shouldn't take too long. For some reason, this one is making it lag too. Dude, honestly, I should have put a timer up for this one too. This is rough. Really? We're 100,000 health away. We're like 2 seconds. There we go. God. It's like we're really gonna freeze and crash right now. Imagine that. The final second. Captain Churchill. Finally, dude, the boss man has arrived. A hero that is actually gonna be strong. It might be the first hero to take care of it. This thing is just so beefy on its own. Now add every buff in the game. We'll see what that equation equals in the end. That's a test balloon! Instantly! I think I know what the equation's gonna equal. Victory, that's what it equals. I mean, we still have to get through the final layer, but I think we might be able to. We got a lot of room. 180 does go down, 181 comes in. Please, we can do this first hero. Please, please, please. This pacing is not looking great. We're 10 million in, right? But it's moved from like this little corner right here. We don't have 9 more of those corners. We have like 3. It's going out. 75 million. We were a quarter of the way there. So close. Yeah, once again, so far away. The balloon solver. Glue gunner, just like the ice monkey, I don't know how it's going to perform. Maybe good, maybe bad. No in-betweens, that's for sure. The nice thing about the glue gunner is that there's no paragon. This is the first tower in the entire video without a paragon. So maybe that'll be a nice little break. A lag break. Oh no, dude, look at the damage. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. I forget it does not matter how fast you attack with this thing. It's always going to be the same base damage. You can't really buff that. If I slow it all the way down, it's like 100 damage per second.
Yeah, that did not take long. We made it through 96 layers. What even was layer 96? Honestly, I was playing Plants vs. Zombies. I wasn't paying attention. I guess you guys will know. I'll never know until I edit the video. The total damage, though, is only 57,000. So, yeah, pretty rough. Glue Storm. As of right now, I don't have a cross path on this thing. I want to God boost it first and then see if it can actually deal damage without like either cross path, you know what I mean? Because if it can't, I'm going to have to just go with the top one with Corrosive Glue. Yeah, no, we gotta do it. Corrosive Glue now, which is gonna be the same story as last time, I believe. We can throw the tech bot down, but it's gonna be like, the glue just goes on. It does like 1 damage per second. It's so fucking stupid. It just makes it attack super fast, but there's no point. Oh, you're really gonna get him this time. I thought the balloon solver was bad. This thing is honestly as bad as it gets. We made it through 76 layers, which may seem like a lot to like someone that doesn't understand what's going on in this video, but it only had 2,300 damage. I genuinely, to the bottom of my core, I don't know if that's the right phrase, believe that this is the worst tower in the entire game. Every single time I do an experiment, no matter what it is, this thing is always the very bottom performer. I don't think there's going to be anything else in the entire video that's worse than this. It's a super glue. When I was thinking about the glue gunners, this was the only one that I had any bit of faith in because it actually deals damage on impact. It's not like it splashes on something, it deals damage like prolonged over a long period of time. It hits it, it deals damage. Now the same problem as last time, I don't know if it deals damage without a certain cross path, so let's test that out first. Wait, does it not? It's attacking something. There's no damage going down and you're a lag causer. Great, it's gonna be so much fun. I guess we're going for corrosive glue. So glue soak and that, and maybe we'll start dealing some damage. Why are you not attacking? Why can't you just behave? There we go. We're getting through some layers now. 12, 13, 14, 16, 18. It's doing 2 at a time for some reason. Now 3 at a time. Oh, now lots at a time. Oh yeah, this thing's picking up quick. Going through the Lich Baby like it's nothing. Going through the other Lich Baby like it's nothing. Another one. 3rd Lich Baby for breakfast. Or is this Lich? I don't know. What? That's the one that can get knocked back, like I was saying. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I believe this thing can permastall the test balloon. But going through a ZOMG is gonna crash. Why are you doing that? What's the problem? Alright, unfortunately we couldn't even make it to the test balloon, so I guess we'll never know. You know whether it can stun it or not. Probably not. Maybe I should try it in sandbox. No, I don't feel like doing that. This thing doesn't deserve anything else. It was way too laggy. You deserve nothing but to be stepped on. Benjamin, the big dumb nerd dweeb that I don't think can even deal damage at all, like to anything. Like with the abilities and stuff, and maybe with all these crazy mods, maybe. Let's see, so this thing comes in. Nothing so far. We go ahead and activate the first ability. It doesn't do anything. How about number 2, huh? Yeah, did something. Scaring him away. You know what? Maybe he's immune to the first attack. Round 2. God damn it. Oh, wait, look. It's actually gonna break some layers. Hold on. Activate these abilities. Ready? So it's gonna hit these road spikes at the very bottom and break through some layers, okay? Now we activate these, and some other stuff comes through. What is happening? Oh my god. Is this a regular round? Behind the... Wait. What the fuck is happening? What did I do? What if I don't activate the ability? You know, so it's just road spikes. It just pops like that, and then we lose. On layer 11. But technically, Benjamin had 0 damage, so he can make it through 0 layers. The blazing sun. That's right, onto the Desperado now, which is at this point technically the newest tower that's been released, so maybe it's gonna cause some problems. I hope not. Now the thing is, I never understand how to cross path this thing, because if you click on this, right, standoff, it attacks the faster the fewer balloons are in range, right? And then if I do a Wanderer, right, that'd be good. It works best alone. It's the only tower on the entire map, so that would be great. But then you go for Nomad, and it attacks faster the more balloons are in range, so they're like counteracting each other, or like, you know, I don't know. And then if I go for Bullseye, I'm wasting an upgrade with Eagle Eye. Who cares about camo balloons, huh? I don't know, but you know what? We're gonna go for Wanderer and Nomad. It has buffs on it without us putting any buffs on it. That has to be a good sign, right? To make sure it's not too laggy, I'm gonna put it in 10 times speed. We're ripping through these layers. This is great. This is wonderful. Where's the test balloon? 108, 109, any minute. I don't think this thing is very good pierce though, because this layer is here, right? But this is the previous layer that it's not even hitting. So there might be a little bit of spillage, a little bit of buildup this time around. Damage is not that great, but also not that bad. We're taking care of it. Also, this is something interesting. So this is the first time we've seen what Diamondback actually does, because every time we face Diamondback, everything just comes out at once, right? This time around, it breaks one layer. These all come out, and then it like has to do it individually. It's like a sniper, dude. I didn't know this thing has literally 0 pierce. You know what I've learned? The Wanderer does not work best alone. The Wanderer sucks, dude. We're gonna lose any second, but I think it'd only be right for me to test the other cross path as well, because then that'll show us, like, for the rest of the Desperados coming up, what to do. This might be the best path, but look at that. We got 160 layers. We'll try it one more time now with Bullseye. Seems like that was a wise decision. This thing still has a bit of room to go, and it's already at 162 beaten. Now the thing is, this one has leaked more because I think the pierce is like even worse somehow. When Diamondback came out, it was leaking out literally everything that came off of it. Well, here comes Diamondback, and like I said, it's gonna leak literally everything. All right, 166. Golden Justice. Now this one's a little different because we can pick either the top one or the bottom one. Like, more balloons or less balloons or whatever. But something I did notice with Nomad, when lives are lost, get temporary range and attack speed increase. So I'm assuming we're gonna leak out something, maybe. Also, what is happening? We're freezing like every second, and... What? What? An Insta-Monkey? That's from beating round 100, no? Look at... What the fuck? Look at the top right. Why are we going through rounds? Okay, go back home. Let's try this again. Please, sir, just behave. Actually pop it. It's doing the same thing. Is it because it's God boosted? Hold on. That's like a regular just red balloon. Is it just this tower? Like if I go back to the top path, is that gonna work properly? Red balloon. Red balloon. Red balloon. I'm just gonna fully restart my game. Is it just the middle path? Like this one's working just fine, right? We sell it. We're gonna buy the other one. Golden Justice with Nomad. It just doesn't deal any damage to this thing. Wait, yes it does? So I guess it works if you like somehow get it in there first and then you go. Oh my god, throw the tech bot on top of there. We can speed it up a little bit because I know this thing is gonna be strong. That was the whole test balloon that you just saw right there. Oh my god, big surprise. 174, another tower loses to the impossible tier 5 phase. If you suck, you're not going to make it this far. If you're average, you're going to make it this far exactly. And if you're good, you're going to make it past it. If you're actually good, you're going to make it all the way through the end. The Desert Phantom. The final Desperado, and I'm not making the same mistake again as the top path. We're going straight for Bullseye. Now the good thing is, I know for a fact that this thing has knockback because it can knock back the test balloon. I don't know how much that's going to help, but maybe it will. This one's doing the same thing. Look at the top right. Why? Why is it only the top path Desperado that works? I don't understand. At least we got a cake and money. What if we don't have to put any other towers in? We just have to press play and then get it down. Is that gonna work? Throw the wrench on top. We got kind of a bad start there, but it seems like it's working. We have kind of like a fresh start a little bit. Do we? 109 any second. See the speed. Knocks it back, like I said. And if we happen to make it there, this thing also pushes back the Moab test balloon. So, looking up. I really thought we stood a chance, you know, to knock back 181, but it looks like we're going to lose on 174 once again. You know what this tells me? Desperado is a very average tower. God boosted at least. Azili. Now we're talking. A hero that's actually meant for big balloons. But the thing is, I feel like it's usually meant for B80s and fortified B80s. Now, I don't know about bosses, so I guess we'll just have to see how this goes. Press play. The first few layers are going to be fine, obviously. At least I think so. No, it's doing the same thing that the Desperados did. Why? Why is that happening now? Why has that not happened the entirety of this video? Ready? I have to be so fast here, so we wait for it to spawn in. Spam this as hard as possible. Throw this on top. It's going to glitch for a second. That's okay. That's normal. We put this on top, and now we're good. I hope I don't have to start doing that for all of them. I don't know why that's happening. Anyways, just like the rest of them, these are all getting destroyed. Wait, that's a boss right there, technically. That was like a little, whatever it's called. Little Lich Baby, technically is a boss. It dealt a lot of damage, so maybe that's a good sign. But also, just like the previous one, if we happen to get to the Moab Test Balloon, we have the Moab Hex ability, which I believe deals... I don't know how much. Dude, I'm getting so sick of this phase. Everybody is dying to it. I mean, technically we're gonna win right now. It is gonna go down, so it's better than some of the other ones. But now we're in literally the worst position we could possibly be in. A full health boss spawning at the exit of the map. Yeah, no chance of that happening. So in the end, Azili was slightly above average, getting through 176 layers. Cripple Moab. Finally onto military. I'm just so worried that if I press play, it's gonna do the same thing. We're gonna be going through... No, we're not. Okay, so it's fixed. We're not going through the rounds, we're going through the evolving balloon. Thank you. Also, this is so weird to see, something that's not God boosted. How far can this thing get? You know, normally a Cripple Moab is like one of the best towers you can have. I think this right here will put into perspective just how like crazy the God boosting actually is. It ended up making it through 96 layers, which is practically nothing. Okay, hold on. What is happening? Look, it goes through the first like... What? Watch this, watch this. Let me restart. So if I start with it God boosted, right? It pops one red balloon and then it spawns in the regular evolving balloon. It goes through these first 109 layers, right? Nothing crazy. Then it respawns back to the layer 1. Look, 107, 108, 109. Goes through the test balloon very quickly. Now it's back to layer 1. It is so weird. I'm pretty sure it's because we popped the first red balloon and got to round 2. How do I prevent that from happening? Just do the same thing I have been doing. Just go like this and then put that on immediately. Now we should be fine. It's only round 1. No, it's doing it again. What the fuck? Last try before I give up, we call in the evolving balloon, okay? We didn't have the sniper down at the very start. We throw this on top. Now when we get through 109, is it gonna behave? No, it's not at all. Not at all. Now, once again, is this a problem of it being the sniper? Is it a problem with the tower itself? If I do a tower that I've already done, right? Like the boomerang, when it gets through 109, is it gonna behave? That's the question. No. It's not. All right, another little reset here. Everything should be fine now. Take a deep breath. I gotta figure it out. So the thing is, if you put the wrench on before starting the round, it glitches everything out because Buffs and Shop is being a little weird right now. But if you press play, you pop the first balloon, then put this on, it'll work just fine. Look at this. It's already through 110. Actually, I need to restart though because I want to see the test balloon. I can't have it that sped up. That was crazy. Look, this is not even sped up. That's not even 3 times speed at all. That was like 2 seconds non-sped up. Oh my god, dude. Cripple Moab's the greatest tower ever made. Dude, I stand by exactly what I said. This thing is so fucked. Any second, we're going to be moving on to the Moab test balloon, and we're like, what, halfway down the track? It's just not even funny. Oh, I also forgot, it's literally a cripple Moab. It literally can just stun this thing permanently forever. How did I not put that together? Anyways, look, it's going down by like a million a second. I'm not even like sped up right now. I'm in the regular 3 times speed. I can go 25 if you want me to. Look at that. That's the millions. Going down. 10 and dead. Yeah, cripple Moab, I love you. You're great. You did it. Elite sniper. Now this one is a different story. I do not like this guy. I went for the large caliber crosspath because I think more damage will be better than faster attack speed because we're already going to be attacking 1,000,000 times per second. It's actually ripping through these quick. Hold on, watch. Ready? Moab test balloon any second. Okay, never mind. I thought that was going to be way quicker. It's nowhere near the cripple Moab, that's for sure.
Not looking too good here. We haven't even made it to 174. The average, loss. Yeah, elite sniper is dumb. I don't like that guy. Elite defender. I do like this guy, and I think we should probably go for shrapnel again, just because this thing has like has literally no, oh my god, mouth spasm, no pierce. You know, there's no bouncing bullet, there's no splash damage, there's none of that. See, this is the problem though. It's going against a test balloon right now, and it's like just as bad as the elite sniper, just because the damage is so bad. Like, it's not meant for single target damage. Maybe I should do the other cross path. You know what, there's rare exceptions in these videos. I will do this one twice. We'll see first shrapnel and then the top path, because I want to know what's best, because I actually like this tower. All right, so middle path, the shrapnel ended up getting through 166. So now we go FMJ and large caliber. I just have a feeling that this one's gonna work out better. You see, this is where the problem arises. It's not like that bad yet, but look, every time this leaks, or not leaks, like shoots stuff out, right? It has to focus on one at a time. This is what I'm talking about. But then situations like this, against Dread Balloon, it is so much better because it can just like dial it in. Focus on one thing at a time, more damage. Oh my god, phase goes down, we make it to 166. It literally does not matter. They're both gonna lose in the exact same spot. I feel like if anything though, the shrapnel did do a little better. Paterano. Pateronini. Pepperoni. No. Pateroni. Look at him go! He's a madman, oh my god. That's not even sped up, check this out. God, the thing is he cannot hit things that aren't within this little radius. And then we put the tech bot on. Obviously that's going to squeeze the big balloons, but also it's going to give the rage, which honestly, I don't remember what that does. You know, when in doubt, just assume it does more damage or something, probably. Maybe a faster attack speed. You know what? Maybe the little squeeze ability might be worse for this one. It has knockback too. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, you know what? We're gonna do... How do you have it where it's like... Wait, not that. How do you have it where it's just like one ability from the tech bot is activated? You know, it'll activate the rage, but not the big squeeze, because at this point, that's just gonna waste time. Like, because it's gonna stop attacking for a second. So I actually don't think that's possible to do. I'm just gonna put on an auto clicker on the ability then. Trust me, it'll be worth it. This one has been so strange because as you saw at the start, it can only attack in this little radius, even though it has full map range, you know? Which means technically right now it's trying to attack it, it's detecting it, but it's not dealing any damage. It's not actually hitting it, and it keeps doing that. It was doing it at this top corner, this bottom left, right over here, and it's gonna happen again when we get down here. It dealt a little bit of damage in this corner right here, but as you can see, it's once again out of range, so honestly, we might as well call it right now. We don't even need to see it go out. Pat Fussy can only be 174 layers, but at least he looks funny doing it. Energizer. Now you might notice the positioning is changed a little bit. That's because you can't fit a pool right here. So it's either this loop right here, or like over here. And you know, at the end of the day, it has full map range, so it genuinely does not matter. Also, this one I'm gonna do 2 experiments. Once again, we're gonna have one submerged and then one unsubmerged. Obviously, unsubmerged is gonna be better. I'm just so curious to see how well this does. Cause look, fortified BAD is getting taken care of by this dude. It's dealing good damage. It's just so crazy what buffs can do for you in this game. Look at that. We're onto the Moab, or not the Moab, the regular test balloon. I'm going to speed it up, so it's going to be flashing, so a little warning here. But, what else was I going to say? Just that is going to be flashing. Why did I even say that? That was pointless. Anyways, we made it through the test balloon somehow. I don't know how we did that, but we did. Didn't take much longer. The Energizer Submerged can get through 132, which is honestly pretty good. I mean, this thing's not really meant for damage like that, you know? Now here goes the real test. Unsubmerge it. It's gonna actually fire and do really well. And look at that. Moab test balloon instantly gone. I know I'm in like 10 times speed, but still. No, dude. I didn't even slow it down. I don't know why, but look, we got to the Moab test balloon. We made it all the way up, 181.
Unfortunately, though, we didn't even do like 20% of the damage that we needed to do. Preemptive strike. Now, typically with this thing, obviously you'd want to go with advanced intel so you can hit the entire map, but we're going to go for airburst darts because obviously, like I've explained a million times, you can already hit the entire map. There's literally no need for it. Also, it's another situation where you think this is like the maximum speed of the missiles, kind of like the Inferno ring, but I promise you it's not. This thing's fucking quick, let me tell you that. This is the test balloon right here. All the way gone, bye-bye. Then you also got the ability that deals like 10 billion damage every time it hits. Dude, back-to-back Moab test balloon getters. I think that's a good way to describe them. People that get to the Moab test balloon. Check this out. I already know the conclusion here. We're not gonna get it, but can we at least deal more damage than the top path? Or is it gonna be like the exact same? The top path had 82 million left. This one has 82 million left. What is going on? It's literally the same thing that happened with a sniper. It's like two different things. Oh my god, the two different things get the same result. Sub commander. Once again, for the exact same reason, we're going for the middle path, the heat tip darts. We're not going to go for longer range and advanced intel. That's just buffoonery, okay? Now, I guess the question is, are you going to get to 181 as well with 82 million health left? No. It managed to do worse somehow. Worse than the Energizer. How does that make sense? I mean, it still did like better than the average tower. It still did good. It got through 179, but like, huh? Why was it not consistent? Adora. Link the tech bot, throw on the wrench, and let's get going. Did I get you? Did I? Huh? Did I do it? Did I do the funny? No, I am not a complete moron. I understand that a TSG or VTSG Adora is way better than a regular one, okay? Come on, stop doubting me. All right, level 20 right here. Go ahead and do this. It should turn into a VTSG. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. There keeps being so many of those little like micro stutters. It's pissing me off. Yes, there we go. So Adora is now this. If I sell her, or if I sell the temple, it stays, right? Okay, good. All right, I'm expecting literally nothing but greatness here. Wrench is on, buffs are applied. We're gonna go ahead and activate the tech bot. I know we can get a little bit more damage with the blood sacrifice ability. If it comes to the point where it's that close, then we'll do that, but I don't really feel like doing that. I knew it. I knew it was possible. I know it can do it without the blood sacrifice. Look at this. 181, the Moab test balloon. I guess at this point we might as well sacrifice something. Let's get a little banana farm right here. Going to increase the attack speed and range. I think that's what it does. Anyways, look at that. Victory once again. Except it's freezing. Stop doing that. That makes me happy. Oh, you know what I just forgot? The Nautic Siege Core. Oops. Honestly, I'm glad I remember now, though, before, you know, we get too far in the video, and then I'm like, shit, I forgot 10 different Paragons. Speaking of, did I forget any other ones? Sniper doesn't have one, so we're good. Anyways, just like Adora, I think we all know what's going to happen here. It's going to be an absolute slaughterhouse. Look, 109 instantly gone. Not even sped up at all. Let's call an early GG's for the balloons here. Yeah, I think we all knew that was going to happen. Literally not a problem whatsoever. Sorry for forgetting. I'll try to not forget, but that's probably going to happen again. Carrier flagship. Can't lie, I'm a little worried about this one because it tends to be very laggy when it's either God boosted or full map, so let's see. It does look really good though, which I love. And it seems like it's doing the thing that the tack shooter was doing. Do you remember that? When there were so many projectiles that it just like didn't register a lot of them? Well, it took over an hour to get to this point, but as you can see, once again, we're about to get meet our maker, meet our final boss. But you know what? Maybe for some reason it stuns. This thing does little explosions. Maybe it'll stun it. You know, maybe it'll stop it. Moment of truth. Stop freezing, please. Just behave. No, it does not
stun it at all. Well, it goes out. Common theme here. So close, yet so far away. Oh my god. I just realized we weren't recording. Look how far we already are. We're at 178. We're almost to the very end with the Pirate Lord. I knew something fell off. Now the thing is, with this guy, we only have a few more to go, right? If we happen to make it to the Moab test balloon, guess what this guy's ability does? Pulls in Moabs. Oh my god. It'll literally pull in 100 million at a time, I think. Now the reason I'm not 100% confident in that is because when I made the Moab test balloon experiment video, both this and the Paragon could not pull it in because it needed something else on the screen with it. Like if there was a ZOMG and the Moab test balloon on the screen at the same time, it would pull them both in. If it was just a Moab test balloon, the ability doesn't activate. So now I'm nervous. I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, it's here. We're dealing some good damage. This is the moment of truth right here. Please. Should I make it suspenseful? Wait till the last second? No, just do it. Just go for it. Wait. Did I miss it? Did I wait too long? As you can see, I used the Inferno Ring to get back to this point because it's not laggy at all, and the Buccaneers are laggy for some reason, so that's fun. I put the wrench on it now. No lollygagging this time. No dicking around. Moment of truth. Ready? Oh my god. I had a feeling that would happen, dude. Trade Empire. Last but certainly least, this thing just makes you money. And it's basically like a Pirate Lord, but worse, and doesn't have any pulling in abilities. You know what though? It's actually like somewhat surprising on how strong it actually is for what it is, you know? Actually, wait, hold on, look at this. That's the test balloon. That's like slightly above average speed. Does this thing stand a chance? Imagine. You know what? It wasn't the top dog, but hey, look at that. It's going to take care of 174, which officially means it's above average. You know what? I'll take it. That's more than I can ask for from a farming tower. Out it goes, the total damage. I haven't showed that in a while, actually. 216 million, in case you were curious. So yeah, 175. Navarch of the Seas. Now this right here, this is the top dog. It's one of those towers where I think to myself, you know, if this can't get it, what can? Literally nothing can. Actually, that's not true at all. You got the Goliath Doom ship, you got the Spike Factory Paragon. But you get what I'm trying to say. This should be very easy. And very easy it was, or at least has been. We're on 180 right now, the final diamond back, and as you can see, it's just his head on the left. He's barely poking in. Literally the very start of the track. I don't know how that works with phase. It probably just does so much damage that it just kills it instantly. It doesn't even shift forward, so it's still at the front, you know what I mean? Anyways, are we even be able to like, what's going on here? It's like, these, the little planes aren't even like shooting their missiles. It's just these little egg things coming off. I mean, it's doing it. It did it very, very quickly, obviously. But it's like behaving weird. There's like a maximum amount of projectiles or something. I keep noticing that with a lot of these towers. Well, not a lot of them. It's been just the Buccaneer and the tack shooter so far. But why? That's so weird. Admiral Brickle. Honestly, that was perfect timing because we're now done with the Buccaneer. We're done with water towers until Mermonkey. And then we got the one water tower or one water hero, which is so sick. So let's go ahead and put this Moab mine right here, I guess. I think these produce really fast too when you got boost. Yep. See all these little mines coming off. There's only one problem with that though, is that it picks up lag very quickly. All right, 109 test coming in. Definitely above average, so good looks. Dude, what's going on today? All of these towers have been animals. The Moab test balloon is once again approaching. We're almost there, and we have more room than normal, I'd say. Now, the thing is, this doesn't have any sort of like special knockback or Moab properties, I don't think. We have like the Moab mine, but that's not gonna deal 100 million damage, you know what I mean? Oh boy, let's see how this goes. We're already 5 down, almost 10. We don't have enough room, dude. It's so annoying. Just stun it. Just kill it. It's not that hard. Wait. Right when I said that, I did get stunned by the Moab mine. Is it possible? Wait. I have this thing set all the way to the bottom edge right here where this thing is, so that should hit. Where is it? Where's the Moab mine? It should have just activated, no? Or is it this ability that stunned it, or... Wait, I don't understand. That Moab mine stunned it, but the previous one didn't. I don't know. Even if all of them did, though, it doesn't seem like we'd still be able to, though. We only made it through 40 million health, which is a lot, but not even half as much as it has. Sky Shredder. Yep, that's right. Moving on to the plains now. I'm so scared of this, though, because it's going to shoot so fast. Look at that. Oh, that gets me every time. And like I said earlier in the video, it's literally like 8 times faster on my monitor because it's in 480 hertz. So like it's so insane looking. But at the same time, this confuses me even more because we've been having problems with like the maximum projectiles or whatever. Why is that not happening when there's literally like thousands of projectiles on the screen? Anyways, I'm gonna go to Wing Monkey because I feel like it's gonna be better in the end. And then there's these little missiles that come off, but like only sometimes. So what's up with those two? Well, looks like all those projectiles paid off. We made it to the end. Now the question is, can we finish the job? Lots of room to spare here, but also lots of damage that needs to be dealt. No, there's no chance. We still have 64 million health left to go. So much potential, not enough do. Sarbama. Also on Wing Monkey, also with a tech bot, and also press play. Put on the wrench. Oh yeah, check it out. Dude, it's so much more like condensed and thick on my screen than the other screen, your screen. But I can't record in a higher FPS, dude. A lot of my videos take like a terabyte of footage because the ridiculously high bitrate I have to record in to make anything like this even possible. Even with the crazy ability, it's still not even like nearly as good as the top half. I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing can be very good in certain situations, you know, just not this situation. We lose average 174. Flying Fortress. In my opinion, easily the best ace, so this is going to be great. We have all these insane projectiles everywhere, right? But they're not being put to use by the other paths until you get to this. You see this? Never miss targeting means that none of these will literally ever miss. Oh really? I didn't know. Yes, go, go, go. This is great pacing. We have half the track left and we're almost to the Moab test balloon. If any one of these paths is to do it, it's this one. We gotta believe. It's so scary, I like don't even want to look. I don't want to like do the math in my head and be like, oh, it's gone this far and this much damage, so we're gonna get it or we're not going to. I just need to look away for a minute. Oh my god, I looked back and look at my disappointment. We still have 40 million health to go. Why are they always so close, but they can't just like finish out the last little bit? Like 40 million is not that much. You have literally like 10 times that total damage. It's like 400 million in this first half, and then the second half it's only 60 million because no, it moves faster. Goliath Doom Ship. Now, just like the Navark of the Seas, we all know it's gonna happen. It's gonna absolutely destroy it. But the difference is right now I just need to see this because they've been getting so close, and I just need something to just fucking, you know, BAM! Just rain terror upon the evolving balloon. And then when it comes to the ability, we're really not going to need it that much. We're just going to put it diagonal across the ground and then throw the tech bot on top. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I know that you all wanted to see how fast I could take care of the Moab test balloon, the 100 million health. And trust me, I did too, but that one for some reason was extremely laggy. I couldn't even put it in 5 times speed. Usually the time lapses are times 10. This one was just a regular old 3 times speed and it still took like 45 minutes. I'm sorry I missed it, but actually, you know what? That's the power of editing. I will show it right now. Etienne, a little alien man. Don't know what to expect here because obviously God boosting it isn't going to like multiply the amount of UFOs or anything, but it is going to multiply the amount of projectiles. I feel like it's going to work for everything, huh? It's going to be the big ship. No, maybe not because that's an ability, but maybe when it's level 20. Oh my God. Yep. It is definitely the the big green guy too. I think that was one of the fastest I've seen the Moab test balloon go down this entire time, and that wasn't even sped up. Alright, we find ourselves in a familiar situation. We're back in against the Moab test balloon with a lot of room to go. But from what I've learned in this video so far, never assume a lot of track length left means you're in the clear. You got the victory. Because you know what? Usually it means the complete opposite. Oh my god, we've taken a really good chunk out. We're down to 35 million health left with dwindling track length left. It's gonna be so close. Please, I need this. 10 million left. It's reaching the exit. Oh my god, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? It's gonna be so unbelievably close. Please, please, no. Oh, the dark screen is not a good sign. We lost. That could not have been any closer. You know what? Can't even be mad about that. What a great and entertaining fight. Optimus Prime. All right, first, I was gonna say first military tower. First helicopter, first heli pilot. Let's press play, put this on. You're not gonna ruin it, are you? Okay, we're good. I thought he was gonna do the thing. It is on pursuit, but one thing I'm curious about really quick. Oh, that was the test balloon again. It's so fast. What I'm curious about is if I were to do like lock it in place all the way over here, since it has full map range, will it still shoot? Yeah, check this out. If we go over here, look how fast. Ready? That's so satisfying. You can go all the way in the corner. You can go on top of these trees over here, and it's gonna kill it while it's moving. So how does that work? It's like putting the rocks around the heli pilot's spot, but the heli pilot is still attacking in the corner. All right, I had enough fun. Back to pursuit. This is insane. I feel like in all these types of videos, the heli pilot always performs like lower than average at least. This thing is absolutely crushing the game. Look at this. We're on to 181. You know, the finale. Many towers have made it.
Not many have come out of it.
Let's see which side of history the Apache Prime will land on. God damn it, dude. I take it back. We're officially halfway there, but there's no way now. It's moved so far. This thing is like sneakily fast. Like you do not expect it to be going that fast, and then it does. Everything else moves so slow, but that one just doesn't. Special operations. I always complain and I'm always so negative about this tower in every video, so I'm not going to be doing that today. I have a good feeling about this dude for some reason. Just because there's like a billion different abilities. We throw the wrench on top of it. Click this little guy. It's going to spawn the little sniper, which also has the buffs, as you can see. No way. Ready? Test balloon is gone. Okay, that wasn't as fast as I thought. You know, still good though. Like it still has a chance. Okay, I admit I may have been a little too confident there. I knew this thing. No, I didn't. I don't know. I had a feeling this had a chance, but also I knew at the end of the day that was going to happen. It literally got perfectly average. Comanche Commander. Now, this one is stronger than the previous. I know that, but it's going to be so weird to see because every time I see this tower, it's like just a full map of it. So there's literally like hundreds of these little helicopters coming off the main one. And also considering what happened with the previous tier, I'm wondering if each one of these little planes is God boosted as well. Or are they their own little like separate entity, or are they part of the main thing? So, because I can't click on them. That's why I don't know. Now I have a bit more faith in these guys because there's 4 of them, not just one. Also, the heli pilot doesn't have a paragon, so if it doesn't beat it right now, all 3 of them suck. Dude, it's the same situation. Look at this. It's making the final turn. Right as we hit halfway, it's literally identical. It's 1-to-1 somehow. Apparently 4 little helicopters equals 1 ginormous helicopter. Sada, my favorite hero in the entire game. This I'm excited for. I think it's gonna do pretty well, hopefully. It just depends though. Because remember how Pat Fusty had that little circle where it like, that's the only area it can actually attack because it's melee. Even though it has full map range, it technically can't hit. Oh my god, I'm so worried that's gonna happen here. Throw it on top, let's see. Wait, maybe not. Look, 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 look. It's attacking from all the way over here and we're actually going through layers. No way. Dude, that looks so crazy. Look at it, it's just solid white. Now, one thing I need to figure out though is, do I use the abilities? Obviously, we're not gonna use the sword slide ability because that's gonna waste so much. Even clicking it right there was probably a bad idea. I wasted a little bit of room, but even like the little sword one where it jumps and lands down, it's in the air for a second. It does not do that much damage. I'm just gonna go with my gut. We're gonna get rid of the tech bot. No abilities. No, this is so sad. This is so disappointing. Sada didn't even make it to 174. Didn't even make it to being average. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. I just don't really get it because Sada's only limiting factor is her range. Like, she deals so much damage so fast in such a small range, but when you extend the range to the entire map, like, you'd expect better, right? The biggest one. Now, the question is, do I have the Mega Knowledge mod on? Is this going to attack like a regular tower? It looks like it. Look over here. First, last, close, strong, elite even? That's crazy. I don't know which mod I have on right now, but one of them is allowing me to, you know, have this thing attack like a regular tower. Actually, you know what? I'm curious about this too. Is it going to work on the Dartling Gunner? If I go like first, last, hold on. If I were to lock it over here, right? And then go back to normal. Wait, no, this is normal. Then I go back to first. It'll start targeting. If I get them like everywhere, they're going to automatically target. Yes, it is. Okay, so it works for the Dartling Gunner too. That's something we'll worry about later. Why are they exploding? Wait. What is that? Why do I not know anything that's going on right now? Why are they like exploding when I sell them? Is that something new? Well, similar situation here. You'd think by looking at what you just saw there that this would also be above average, but it's not gonna be. 174, man. That's the infamous layer, the infamous round of this video. Yep, out it goes. I have not had a single victory today. Hopefully coming soon. Popping off. To be honest, not very excited for this one. It attacks so fast on its own, but once it's God boosted, at least from what I remember, it's very laggy. Actually, maybe not. From what I'm seeing so far, this is like perfectly smooth. What the hell? And then we have the ability as well. We activate that, deals a bunch of damage. But honestly, at this point, any ability that goes off is not even gonna be like nearly close to the amount of damage that the actual tower itself does. Honestly, they're all kind of pointless, but you know, we might as well activate it. Oh, dude, 165. That's so rough. That's so embarrassing. Imagine being the Papa Na and getting 165. Imagine being something that rapidly shoots ginormous mortar missiles at a little balloon. And you can't pop it. Bloon Incineration. Honestly, the only mortar that I think stands a decent chance because this thing rips through Moab class balloons. Let's see the test balloon right here. So that's not sped up at all. That was definitely quick, way faster than the other two. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx it, but we're on the finale. Maybe saying that I wasn't gonna say anything to jinxed it. We lose with 28 million health left to go. It's not gonna happen, is it? I mean, it's already happened a lot, but like, again? Is it ever gonna happen again? At this point, it's just like messing with me, just dangling it in front of my face, like, oh, it's right there, go get it. Sigh. Okay, this time, actually, I have literally no clue what to expect. I know it's gonna do well, at least up to like the fortified BAD, but this thing can't even hit bosses, can it? All right, cool. We got to the gold balloon, layer 48, and for some reason, it's not hitting it. But if I activate this ability, it stuns it, but it doesn't kill it. What if we do this one? Is that gonna kill it? Put the tech bot on it, activate both of them. Are we seriously about to lose to the gold balloon of all things? That's literally the last thing I was expecting. These abilities aren't doing anything. I can just take the tech bot off now, just speed it up and watch the impending doom. Okay. That I don't have any words for that. I don't get it. Why the gold balloon? Why? Ray of Doom. Now, unlike the heli pilot and the mortar, I think all three of these actually stand a pretty good chance. Arguably strongest first because this thing's already a beast on its own. Now we add the special wrench. I just have a feeling this is another one where it's going to be either like the best thing we've seen so far or it's like not even going to come close. Like something's going to go wrong. Hopefully not. We're about to see 109. I mean, it's quick, but not quick enough, I don't think. I think I should just stop making assumptions in general. Like, we barely made it past 174. We're barely above average. Barely. For the Ray of Doom. Really? MAD. When I said Ray of Doom may have been the best one, I think I meant to say the MAD. I think that was just a classic little slip up of words there. One thing to keep in mind is that I think the ability is, okay, yeah, it is. I was gonna say the ability is affected by the God boosting. As you can see, it definitely is. Wait, what? And then it doesn't even like, look how slow it's going against the test balloon right now. This thing looks like it would literally be stronger than any Paragon we've seen so far, and it's not. It is worse than literally, oh my God. Okay, hold on. Maybe this thing doesn't suck. It just sucks against the regular test balloon. Are you serious? The Moab test balloon, the very final layer, is about to go down. Easy as that. Simple as that. Clean as that. That thing made it like maybe a third of the way down the map. It was like right here. Are you serious? Balloon exclusion zone. Can we get 2 out of 3 Dartling Gunners? That's the question, because this is another tower where if it happens to get to the Moab test balloon, it has knockback. This thing can knock back all types of Moabs. I mean, obviously not like BADs or bosses, but like, I guess just regular Moabs. Ah, wait, I almost just missed it. I wasn't even paying attention, but look, we made it to the, hold on. We made it to the finale, but it wasn't even knocking it back. I literally just like looked up and saw that we were on that. I'm glad I caught it in the end, but yeah, look at that. 2 for 3. Geraldo. First things first, let's go ahead and, wait. No, I don't want to get everything down because then if I God boost it, that's probably not going to transfer to these. Maybe if I God boost it first, then it'll transfer over to all its little things. Also, since we're not technically going through rounds, we're staying on like round 1 or 2 the entire time. Are his items going to refresh or is it like one and done? I don't know. Let's press play, put this on, then try to get these down as fast as possible. Like one turret has all the buffs. Oh my God. This is going to be like the best one so far. Pretty much, like there's no way it's not. Even a sentry turret has full map range and like does probably hundreds of thousands of damage per second. I don't know if it affects the mines and the maelstroms, but I guess we might as well put those down too. Jerry's fire on a couple of these. We have the 2 genies, but I want to save them for the end just in case, you know, there's no refreshing. But also if there's no refreshing, it's staying on the 1 round. It should last the whole time. And then these should also be God boosted. Yeah, they are. Okay. And then obviously we don't have any abilities, so rejuve potions aren't really going to do anything, but maybe they'll refresh the shop if I do that. No, nothing at all. So that's it. I guess we'll see if they refresh. Dude, look at this pacing. The final Diamondback's about to go down right here. Even like faster than a lot of these have been. Also, my suspicions were correct. These stay the whole time. Nothing goes away because we're not actually going through rounds. Like the action figure as well shouldn't have made us any money, right? Yeah. I want to see it hit the maelstroms, but it's not going to, which is sad, but also like a good problem to have. I just really want to know if those are God boosted as well. 3, 2, 1... and it goes down. I guess we'll never know. Really quick damage wise, obviously everything goes to Geraldo, had over 500 million, but like how much did each turret do, you know? 7.5 million. I can't click on the little bunnies, so I don't know how much those did, but the genie bottles, yeah, 200 million, 223 million. Archmage. God, dude, finally moving on to magic. It has felt like forever. Like the last video I posted, let me check. It was 66 days ago, and we're just on to magic. Now, I guess there's a few reasons for that. I don't really want to explain all that and ramble right now. I guess the biggest one is getting the mod to work right, but also another biggest one is the second channel. I've just been posting over there all the time, having a great time, having a jolly old time. So if for some reason you're hearing this, go subscribe to the second channel and comment AKAI Professional LPK 25 MIDI keyboard. You know, that's something that not the average Joe is going to comment, so if I see that, I know you're a real one. Okay, 109 test, like always, this is not sped up. This is sped up 3 times, a little below average. I think we know what that means, but also you never know. Remember how shitty the MAD was against the test balloon, and then it absolutely ripped through everything else, so we'll see. Well, we made it, but it seems like it may be a little bit too late. I mean, unless for some reason this thing has knockback. Let's see. No, it does not, like I assumed, and the damage is like, nah, it's not even gonna be kind of close. We only did like 3.5 million damage, not even close, but it did get to the end, so bravo. Wizard Lord Phoenix. Now, what I'm thinking for this one is that I should also do 2 different tests here. Look at the fire, dude. Anyways, the first test is gonna be just this regularly, and then I guess the second test will be using the ability, because if you didn't know, when you use the ability, it actually, like, the tower stops attacking. It transfers into the Phoenix, which typically is stronger, so this first little run shouldn't be as good as the second one, but I guess only time will tell. Well, well, well. Just like the top path, we're about to be on to the finale now. We're about to take this down. I know for a 100% fact we're going to lose to 181. So honestly, I might just like try the other path now. Or not the other path, using the ability. I linked the tech bot. As you can see, that is what it looks like. I don't know about you, but I think that looks a little bit stronger than what we just did. All right, we are back in the same position, except very slightly scooched back. So, like, the ability is better, but not by a lot. We saved ourselves maybe, like, what? 10 seconds with the Moab test balloon, which, you know, in the end, I don't think is really going to make too big of a difference here. I don't think we're going to get it still, but maybe, you know, never say never. Unless it's this situation, then it's okay to say never, because you know why? It's never going to happen. Prince of Darkness. This is always a very interesting one, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen here, because as if you know what this thing does, every time it like deals damage or kills something, it spawns these guys, which is actually multiplied by god boosting. It gets to like a ridiculous amount. But the thing is, if we're going against like bosses or something, I don't know if it's even going to spawn anything. See, we're on to Little Lich, baby, and they just stop spawning because we're not actually like popping the layer. Then once it does, we get one little tiny baby balloon. Are you serious? It's also taking its sweet time with the test balloon here. When we go against Bloonarius and Diamondback, it should be good as well. Watch. Ready? Gonna have a lot coming off of this. Kinda, not really. There's like 4 Moabs. No, this has been so rough. At least this looks cool though. Like when it goes against FaZe, it's like actively using the thing to like decamo, which looks sick, but it's not doing anything. We literally lose on 156. Like that is rough. 25 million damage may seem like a lot, but trust me, it's not. Corvus, oh boy. By far my least favorite hero in the entire game. Honestly, my least favorite tower in the entire game. Because you know why? Because I suck. I don't know how to use it. We're freezing when I'm trying to put the wrench on. No, please. Okay, there we go. We got it good. I'm just going to put a tech ball on the abilities because again, like I don't really know how they work. This like harvests. This does moving. We don't want that. This triangle does something. Yeah. Tech bot. And then what I'm curious about is if these are god boosted as well. Yeah, look at those spears coming off. Oh my god, that's actually doing a lot. So I guess what we have to do here is try to find, you know, which one does the most damage. I can't believe, like, there's no way it's not this one, right? Because also the test balloon is coming. There needs to be like a pushback one. I know there is one. I forget what it's called though. Trample, maybe? Oh, I used trample too early. That's not good. I was trying to time it perfectly with the test balloon. Maybe I did. Is it getting pushed back? Where is it? What the fuck? Use the freeze. Oh my god, fire. Ancestral might. Clearly, as you can see, I have no idea what I'm doing, so please just take this whole Corvus section with a grain of salt. Me not knowing what I'm doing still stands. I didn't learn or gain any knowledge by doing this at all. I've mainly just been using the spear and the aggression together. If I use anything else, they just run out and then it like doesn't recharge. It just fully depletes and I don't like that. The little harvest ability stopped activating and I still don't know what the other one does. Are we gonna make it to 174? Are we at least gonna be average? No, we're not. But the thing is, I guarantee this is possible somehow if you actually know what you're doing, so probably possible. The true sun god.
You know me though, I always have to have it vengeful. It just looks so much cooler. I know it doesn't add anything different versus the, or maybe it does. Like a maxed out TSG versus a VTSG. Is the VTSG better? Honestly, now that I'm saying it, I think it is. Okay, hopefully I did that right. Yes, I did. That's 2 for 2 in this video. First time was with Adora and now this, and I got them both right. You guys should be very proud. Also, this is one where it's like, if we don't get it, then I don't really know what to expect anymore. Oh, that was the test balloon. Not sped up either. That was literally a flash. Maybe like 2 frames. I honestly might argue that this has been the most dominating one we've seen so far by a lot. Like, you can't even see the evolving balloon. It's at the start of the screen. Here comes a test Moab. Look how quick that is. 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. Victory. That is so unbelievably fucking powerful. It's actually absurd. Oh, dude, I did it again. Hold on. Magnus Perfectus. I forgot again. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Let's go ahead and press play. This one, just like the VTSG, should be, like, extremely dominant. As you can see, even these coming off of this. Dude, that was my thumbnail for the last video because it's so crazy. And still, to this day, I don't really, like, understand the abilities. I've had, like, 100 different people explain to me exactly what they do. I still don't get it, so I'm just gonna put the auto clicker on this ability, the one that like makes it a laser, you know, the crazy one. Alright, making this one super quick. Just like the VTSG, absolutely no problem. I didn't even see it the entire time. It was just at the very start of the track again. The anti-balloon. I feel like for all 3 super monkeys, I should just like try to make them quick because I think they're all gonna do it. But also, you know, sometimes you get surprised. Like many others, this also has an ability. You throw that on top. I don't know if the God boosting affects it, but sometimes it does, so who knows. You know, I never have the answers to these questions. Also, test balloon's looking a little rough, dude. For a super monkey, that's not good. Yeah, this thing just sucks. I don't know what else to say. We lost on we lost to Bloonarius on 171. You know, I guess the anti-balloon is just not cut out for the big leagues. Legend of the night. Now this right here is a big leagues tower. This dude's the front cover of the big leagues. And he has knockback. Oh my god. Now, whether that works on the Moab test balloon or not, I don't know. All right, interesting situation here. This is about to go down. We're about to be on 181, right? Now, you might see this and be like, oh, 100 million health. There's literally no chance you're going to pop this. First, there might be knockback. I'm not expecting there to be, but if there is, then cool, we win. The thing I'm curious about is this thing has the black hole ability, which can, you know, if anything leaks out, even around 1,000 fortified BAD, it'll, you know, not kill you. So that's what I'm wondering. Is it gonna work the same way with the test balloon or the test Moab? Dude, I'm so curious. Oh, dude, it like froze the game for a second. I thought maybe it was calculating it, but no. It kills you no matter what. That's so sad, dude. That would have been so cool to see. Rosalia. Oh, some extra style points there with the backflip. Hell yeah. Honestly, I'm not too sure what to expect here. Rosalia is a very, unique tower, I guess. I don't really know why. She just kind of is to me. Also, that little backflip at the start, that's our good luck charm. That means we're gonna do well. We got 3 abilities. This one puts down some mines, I think. The jetpack one makes her like fly forward, and it's a double gun. That's right. I forget you can like swap between the 2. And then the last one, those missiles, but it's not activating right now for some reason. Now, one thing I did notice when 109 was here, it did actually knock back the test balloon, so that could come in handy. All right, finale time. Let's see it. Dude, no way.
When I said it might have knockback, I kind of just assumed that it wouldn't. I guess I was telling the truth though. That's crazy. So we win. We automatically win. Got it done very quickly. 3, 2, 1. Victory. Stop freezing when I'm trying to do that. I never am able to line up the victory correctly. I gotta know to wait like 30 seconds. Anyways, I don't know why Rosalia did so well. But hell yeah. Grandmaster Ninja. See, I'm in a pickle when it comes to this one though, because obviously getting Seeking Shuriken and Caltrops is better than Distraction and Counter Espionage. Like, come on now. The only problem is that Caltrops, when they're God boosted, tend to be extremely laggy, which is fine for you guys, but for me, it's not very fun to deal with. As you can see, they're already coming off really quick. And the thing is, it's fine at first, but it only gets worse and worse as it goes on and they build up. Also, look at that. They're, it looks like the Caltrops themselves are God boosted. They're dealing so much damage. Holy shit, good luck to me. Wait, no way, it actually got it. That one, like I said, was laggy and took a while, so I stepped away. I did not see the end. I don't know how fast it was, but what? 135 million damage. Does that mean the like the damage from the Caltrops doesn't actually go to the ninja? Grand Sabo. Now this one we actually have a choice to not go for Caltrops, so I'm not going to. We're gonna go Ninja Discipline and Sharp Shurikens, which might make it worse, might make it better. I don't know. It's such a hard decision because I think the Caltrops are what actually carried the last one. This thing also has the ability to spawn things in like partially broken. I wonder how that's gonna work. Is it gonna actually work on this thing? Probably not, because I don't think it does that for bosses. Plus this isn't like technically spawning in. This is horrible. What the hell, dude? We finally made it to the test balloon, which gets knocked back, which is nice, but like it's dealing no damage. Oh god, let's test the Caltrops. If they're really gonna make that big of a difference, I think it's better to just deal with it. We're almost back to the test balloon 109. We got there quicker and we're dealing more damage. Plus it's taking damage while it's not even attacking from the Caltrops, but at the same time, the damage is going towards this thing. Okay, we lose to Vortex on 176. This had more damage than the previous one did. The Grandmaster Ninja had less damage than this, even though it beat every single layer. Or did it not beat every single layer? I'm so confused. Okay, so I'm rewatching the clip right now. I need to know what exactly happened. As you can see, it's pretty laggy. This is sped up a lot too. This is actually in 100 times speed. What just happened? Did you see that? The second the Moab test balloon came out, it just died. What? But also at the same time, that doesn't account for the missing damage. Because like if you added 100 million to what it had, it would still only be like, what, 230 million? I have no idea, but I guess at the end of the day, it did it. Master Bomber. Last but not least. Actually, technically it's not last because we're going to do the Paragon. That's right, I am not going to forget about it this time. We're going to do the Ninja Paragon. Anyways, this is the one path where you have to go for the Caltrops. So at least at this point, I'm used to them. I'm used to the lag, so let's see it. Alright, for some reason this one's not really lagging like the other two. I don't understand why. It's doing the same thing. But anyways, as you can see, we're looking at the Moab test balloon right now. If I speed it up like 25 times speed, it should get rid of the explosions around it. Yeah. As you can see, it is perma-stunning it because this thing can stun Moabs. Big shocker, huh? And down she goes. I'm going to time it perfectly. Dude! Like the victory popping down, you know how it's always super laggy and stutters and takes a while and delays to go down? The one time I say I'm gonna wait, and then I was waiting, and then, moral of the story, it didn't lag when it did the victory screen, which is the first time that's happened. Ascended Shadow. I know I said I wouldn't forget, but even after saying stuff sometimes I still forget. So I guess this is me proving my competency. I will not forget for the rest of the video, okay? Trust me. Wait a second, did I see that right? Did it do it again? You know the thing where the second the Moab test balloon comes in, it just dies? Yeah, I think so, because look, it has 400 million damage. This time it actually makes sense, because if it did, like, pop it naturally, it'd be at 500 million. Silas, the newest hero, and also, sadly, the final hero of the video. There's no more after this. I know, it's so sad. You know what that means? We need to go out with a bang. Put this on top. Oh my god. Okay. So it does that. Also, if I activate this ability, it does even more of those, right? And then this, and then this. I don't remember what those do. But it's an ability, so it's got to be good, right? Oh no. You know what I just realized? We're on the tiers that are just like regular little balloons, right? They're getting stuck behind these ice walls. I was planning on putting down some ice monkeys anyway, so let's just do one at the start of the track. Will that actually do anything, or is it pushed off the screen? Oh my god, so it'll literally never, ever get there. Okay, so let's try this again. This time I'm gonna press play, right? We're gonna let it get past those little regular guys. This is gonna sacrifice a little bit of damage, but what am I supposed to do, huh? We need it to get through this. Maybe when we get to the test balloon, it'll start pushing it back when we have the crazy god boosting. Please, dude, just get to some Moabs. I genuinely can't, like, delay this any longer. Okay, it has the MIB now, and we're once again out of range, so that's fun. Nah, you know what? Fuck this. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna go with Silas right here again. And then we're also gonna go for a super monkey, right? Now that may seem kind of crazy, but trust me, once we start getting to Moabs, I can stop doing that. So delete it now, put the god boosting on. Now we should be good to go, right? Yes. Yes. Oh my god, it's working. This is the test balloon right here. Like I did earlier too, I want to get some ice monkeys because apparently ice monkeys pair with Silas very well. You know, this dude transfers the power to the ice monkeys and they can like shoot like crazy and they get god boosted too. I've tested this before. You know, it may not have been the strongest, but at least it looked cool. Like, I think that was a good, you know, hero finale. This is interesting, too. So, dread balloons here, obviously, right? All of the rock balloons are, like, piling up on the left. And I think the rock balloons are infinite. Like, they keep spawning as long as he's alive. And it's not even attacking them. So, technically, there's, like, thousands of rock balloons just all piled up in one spot. If all these ice blocks happen to disappear right now, that'd be a scary little mini boss coming at you. Honestly, not even a mini boss. That'd be like a tier 5 dread balloon coming at you. Perma Brew. Remember, no longer my enemy. He's now my friend. I want him to succeed. As you can see, the bottles coming off is crazy. On my screen, at least, it is so dense. There's like, oh my god. It does a lot of damage too. Like, this thing's obviously meant to be more of a support tower. It's not gonna go through 181, okay? Sorry to spoil, sorry to burst your bubble there. But like, for what it is, it's still good. Like, it's dealing like over 10,000 damage a second. Like, look at that. We lose to phase on 144. Like, that's better than a lot of these have done, which is absurd. Total transformation. See, now this one actually stands a chance because it's meant for attacking. You know, this is less of a support one. The top and bottom are more support. Man, I feel like it's just the top, actually. Like, the damage that comes from the bottom path is insane, too. But then again, at the end of the day, this thing still is an alchemist. This isn't like a... See, it's not a top dog. It's not even close. It's actually a lot worse than I thought it would be. If I had to guess, though, probably better than 144. While yes, it is stronger, it's still nothing crazy, like 156. Better than 144, but still so shitty. So far below average. BMA. And while this one does do lots of damage and is very good on offense, I don't think it's going to do very good here. Because obviously it turns Moab class balloons into red balloons. It doesn't turn bosses into red balloons. It doesn't turn BADs into red balloons. It does look really cool though. Actually, you know what? Remember how the caltrops were like buffed? I'm wondering if the acid potions are too, because those are taking a lot of damage over there. That's another thing too. They changed the BMA so it no longer turns the test balloon into a red balloon, so that's going to set us back quite a bit as well. It's just a lot of these towers are not meant for this experiment, for these circumstances. Yeah, I had to make that one quick. It was just Pretty much the exact same as the middle path. 152 instead of 154. Like I said, it's not meant for this. Superstorm. I don't give a fuck that this thing is called Monarch of Storms. I will never, ever, ever call it that thing. Ever. Never. Why did they do that? Superstorm so much is like cooler, so much better. It's like just actually badass, not I'm the Monarch of Storms. Fear me, I'm the Monarch of Storms. Fucking chud. Oh my god. I wish I was joking when I say it has been 3 hours and 45 minutes. This has been the laggiest one so far, but like even worse than the tack shooter. Right now, it's actually behaving better than it has been. Now, the reason I'm talking now is because we're officially onto the Moab test balloon, and whenever we see it, it's just gonna get blown back to the start of the track. Unless I crash, please don't do this now. Please. Wait for the program to respond. Stays white. Oh, there we go. Victory. Holy shit, what? So that was another tower, just like the ninjas, that literally automatically bypassed the Moab test balloon. Spirit of the Forest. If you've never heard me say this in the 10,000 times I've said it, this is my favorite tower in the entire game. So I want it to do well. And you know the funny thing, I heard about this thing getting like something changing to its ability or something like this right here. I don't know what that does. I heard about it, but I never tried it, you know? As you've probably seen in this video, I'm behind on a lot of the balloons stuff going on with it. The balloons lore. Also, this thing should instantly pop the test balloon, right? Once we get to 109, please. Yes, it did. Good. That'll save us a bit of time. So this one obviously destroys all of these. I don't think that's going to be worth it in the end, but maybe. That's usually only good when you have a full map of them, so you can just like keep exploding over and over and over and stunning over and over and over. Maybe we'll use that for the Moab test balloon if we get there. And then this ability, what does it even do? I can't activate it. Maybe that only works on like little balloons or something. Dude, what a great day. This is literally like watching your child get first place in something. Okay, it does not stun the Moab test balloon if I do this. Does that stun it? It does, but does that recharge in time? No, it only stuns it for like 2 seconds. Oh man, no. I'm just proud of him for getting to this point, honestly. There's not much else I could ask for. Avatar of Wrath. I like the middle path way more, but let's be honest, I'll admit it. Okay, this thing is way better than the middle path. This thing is just like so unbelievably strong. Kinda. It's kind of more for crowd control as well. Like, this is the test balloon. It wasn't that fast. There's no shot this thing is doing worse than the Spirit of the Forest. I mean, in the end, it's going to get to 181. They're both going to lose on 181, you know? It's like, it's technically even, but the middle path got it quicker. I was expecting this thing to, like, blow it out of the water. I mean, it has every buff possible, obviously, which includes the Pop Lust buff, which is, like, the one thing that you want on this thing, and it's not even that good. It's crazy. Yep, I had a feeling it wouldn't stun. Obviously, it does not stun. It's only going to do a few million damage. That goes out and we lose, and we had 98 million left, which I think is worse than the middle path. Lord of the Abyss. You can't even really tell, like, it doesn't look like it, but this thing's actually in a kiddie pool, which has kind of like a cool little effect around it. Now, the reason for this is obviously, I say this in every video, but the mermonkey can be placed on land or water, but if you see this, the range gets bigger on the water, which I guess in this experiment doesn't really matter. It's gonna have full map range anyways, but you know what? It's too late. We're gonna go with it. Speaking of range upgrades, I feel like it's typically better to go for the bottom path, but again, we don't need range, so we just went for more damage and freeze. From what I can see so far, it's totally fine. I just want to see 109. Dude, this is better than the Avatar of Wrath by far already. It may have started great, but it is not going to finish great. I mean, God, it feels like every single tower is making it to this point. Like, that one made it to 181. It made it to the Moab test balloon barely. It dealt, like, pretty much no damage to it, and then we lose. Like, I've been editing this video as I've been going, and
I can't even count on one hand how many I've gotten to 181. Which I guess is good because it like shows that people can get to this point, but like you have to be the best of the best to actually take care of it. So I don't know what I'm complaining about. Let's just move on to Poseidon. I know this one is always really satisfying when it comes to being God boosted as well. Like even this right here is nothing crazy. You know the drill by now. It starts out slow because it's just doing one layer at a time, and then once it really picks up, it picks up. Like it should start doing the crazy any minute now. Okay, that was even faster than the top path with it, which is good. But also, as we've learned, that does not mean shit. So don't expect anything. Just throw the tech bot on top. It's going to activate the big tsunami ability, which will shoot the ice balls everywhere, which are those God boosted, or is it usually that many? I'm not sure. This is exactly what I'm talking about, exactly what I'm looking for right after complaining that nothing can beat 181. I guess technically we're not out of the clear yet because we're not even there yet, but like, look at this pacing. There's no way we don't win this. If we don't win this, I will give someone in the comments $100. But oh well, commenters, it seems like it's your unlucky day because guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna win. 7 million health left, we're about to win. One thing I didn't notice this entire time though is that it actually like gets slowed down and frozen. I don't know if that's because of the middle path or from the ability, but it has like snow on it every time the ability activates. So I guess that answers my own question. It's from the ability, duh, if it activates every time the ability activates, you know, the final harmonic. I feel like I've God boosted this thing before, like I guarantee I have, but I don't remember it at all. Like this thing works kind of like a balloon chipper, you know, it sucks things in and swirls them around and spits them out and chews them up. But I don't know if the God boosting actually affects that, like pulling stuff in. It's just killing everything before it even, see, it like kind of did for a second on that ZOMG, but it just like dies before it can get pulled in. Also, I see a little bit of like movement in the top right. You can't notice it right now. Oh, there it was. There's like little pulses. You see that? So what that tells me is that the circle that it circles the balloons around in, you know what I mean, that is covering the entire map. At least I think. I don't know, the damage kind of sucks. We're now going to be on the test balloon, see if that gets pulled in. It does. Okay. And then spits it back out and freezes it. Sick, dude. This is the only thing that it's good against. Kind of as expected, it seems like this thing is just like the little brother that's not as as gifted as the older brothers, just not really as good at things, just sits in the bathtub all day. Banana Central. Now obviously a banana farm cannot deal damage. I'm just curious if the God boosting actually does anything on it. It doesn't seem like it because it already produced the money. Hold on, what if we restart and we put the wrench on beforehand? Is that gonna make a difference, or is it gonna be just like 4 little boxes? No, it was more, but still not like that many. For it being God boosted, if it's going to be affected like it was, why not make it way crazier than that? And you know what, I don't really want to do a bunch of little different sections for the banana farm, so we're just going to try the other two right now as well. Not really expecting much, but I know to put the hammer on beforehand, right? And what is that going to do? So it gave me like $1,900. Is that a typical amount? I don't know. I don't use the banks because I think they're lame. And then what about Monkey Wall Street? I don't think that one's lame. Press play. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. That was definitely God boosted too, but it only lasts like 2 seconds. Why does it do that? Also, why is it stinky? There's little fumes coming off of them. Primary expertise. Now this thing is the unsuspecting silent assassin. This thing does so much damage, it's actually absurd. And I know this thing God boosted is going to be good. Like, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart right now, will not be surprised if we literally take care of all 181. No, it's no MAD. It's not that good, but it is above average. We're at 178 right now, which is crazy. Since it's above average, this thing technically did better than most towers in the entire game. And this is a village. This is literally the definition of a support tower. Wait, before we lose to Bloonarius, I'm so curious. Does this thing have a primary expertise buff on it? No, we lost. Okay, wait, I can still look at it. Yeah, it does. Look at that. It's primary expertise buff on itself. Sentry champion, another little piece of shit. that is always misbehaving when you God boost it, because watch this. Once the hammer actually goes on, it's going to throw them everywhere. We're already lagging. We're already freezing. You know what the problem is? Each little turret has every single buff on top of it as well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a timer on it once again. We're going to let this run for an hour just so I can kind of get an idea of how long this is going to take. After an hour, we will regroup and reassess. Alright, that's enough. I know it hasn't been a full hour, but there's literally no point in going on anymore. After 47 minutes, we make it through 51 layers, and I want you to keep in mind, these 51 layers are the ones that literally take like 5 seconds for the average tower to get through. So for the very first time in this video, I'm just gonna say NA. I don't know. It literally could be the strongest tower in the entire game, or it could just be average, or it could be horrible. I don't know, okay? Ultra boost. I'm making a very wise decision here, and I'm going for the pin cross path, because I could go for sentry turrets, but as you just saw, that's a bad idea. It's not gonna be obviously nearly as bad as the sentry champion. Actually, it might, because it's still gonna spawn like hundreds of them, and those are gonna be God boosted too. I don't think it cares whether it's plasma or normal. Anyways, fuck that. I'm staying away from that. We're going pin. This is gonna be nice and smooth, hopefully. Press play, do this, and then we can just go ahead and ultra boost himself. Which actually, now that I think about it, is that even gonna do anything? It already has the 10 times ultra boost, but I guess we might as well put it on top. Maybe it'll do something. Maybe it'll give us a little extra. Yeah, you know, at least it was over quick. That didn't take too long. 152. Pretty shitty, huh? XXL trap. Also with the middle cross path, still avoiding the sentry turrets. Nothing's gonna change about that. If I press play, throw this on top. We move this to like the start of the map, maybe like right here, I don't know. It just spawns one and it's smooth. Thank you. Oh shit, but like I need to time it right to get the trap on this thing though. God, let me restart, I ruined it. I mean, in the end, that's not gonna make a huge difference, but we might as well. Throw the trap! Holy shit, why do you take so long? Sorry, I missed the end again. I'm on one today, I guess. We got through 156, literally nothing crazy there. Way below average. Engineer kind of sucks. Besides the top path is literally too good that it doesn't work. Master Builder. Now, is this one I should be worried about too? Because I guess technically the giant sentries spawn their own little... Oh god. Those things spawn their own little baby sentry turrets, so that might suck. That might be a problem for us. But I guess we'll see. It looks fine right now. We put this guy down. He's gonna spawn those which are not God boosted. Okay, thank you. Even though it would make it way better if this thing had all the buffs, the fact that it doesn't means this is actually going to be doable. You know what I mean? Like, all these little guys don't have it, but, wait, can they? Can I put the wrench? No, okay, good. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, I don't think the engineer's actual attack is really that good. I feel like a lot of the damage comes from, these sentry turrets and explosions and stuff. So maybe this could be the first Paragon that can't do it. Alright, what I just said could not have been further from the truth. We're about to be on 181, and it's at the start of the track again. It keeps having micro stutters stop, but you see this? It's crazy. Megalodon, but not just any ordinary Megalodon, a 132 out of 132 Megalodon. So if we throw this on top of there, that should react with that. Yeah, as you can see, it grabs stuff and attacks like 100,000 times per second. It is weird though, because look, when it attacks, like, it has to go back into its little pool, so it's actually like losing us some time. Oh my god, what's my problem? I missed it again. We got the victory, but I need to see it. I'm gonna fully restart, but don't worry, I'll make this quick. Dude, I missed it being sped up again. What is my problem? Is this thing really just that good? I just really want to know, does it grab the Moab test balloon? That's what all of this is for right now. Okay, we made it, and it looks like it
kind of drags it in. Like it pulls it back a little bit and stuns it, but it doesn't actually like drag it into the pool. That's what I was wondering. As you can see, every time it does that, it does like over 10 million damage, which is ridiculous. And down it goes. Obviously we knew it was gonna win, but there's the end result. Giganotosaurus. The top two paths in these experiments are always so good, and then the Paukai just sucks, but that's typical because the Paukai always sucks. But you know what? Maybe this one could be even faster than the Megalodon. You know what? There's no argument here. This thing is better than the Megalodon. At least for this experiment, I haven't seen anything. The Megalodon had at least made it a little bit further. Like, this is the test Moab. It's going down by tens of millions a second, and you can't even see it. It's just, like, stunned at the start of the map. I'm speechless. It's an absolute slaughterhouse out here right now. Paukai. Oh, brother, get a load of this guy. This is not going to be good. Well, maybe it will be. Maybe it'll prove me wrong. I guess one thing to keep in mind is that this thing, if for some crazy reason happens to get to the Moab test balloon, it can push that back. You know, it's one of the very few towers in the game that can do that. I'm assuming it can do it for the regular Moab or the regular test balloon as well, right? If we can eventually get there, this is so slow. It's so fucking bad. Oh, good news. It actually can push back a little bitch-ass, baby-ass lich right there. And then test balloon, it gets pushed back, but it doesn't like, you know, it doesn't like get pushed back to the start of the track. It just like gets stalled. Is this shifting forward? Is that going to go out right now? Or are we going to get through one more layer? It doesn't even matter at this point, though. It's not average. We're literally 30 below average right now. 144. I think that just tells us everything we need to know. This is a terrible tower. Perma-spike. Yep, on to the Spike Factory, the very final tower. And while I'm super excited for it and to be done with this video finally, this is probably going to be the worst one so far. Maybe not worse than the Century Champion, but like, look at this. Now, normally this is fine. Well, not really for this tower, but if you were to do this with like the top path, it would be fine because, you know, the rounds would normally go through, they would disappear and then all that good stuff. But for this fella, it's just gonna keep producing. It's just never gonna stop. At least it does a lot of damage. So like literally every single time one person lands on these spikes, they just die. All right, you know what? It's been about another hour, and every second that goes by, it just gets worse and worse. It's never gonna end. However, I have a solution, kinda. Maybe you'll be mad about it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So what I did is turn on the anti-lag mod. If you were watching the previous video, you know all about this thing. It's made by myself, the modder, the same one who fixed up all the shit in this video. Within the settings, I can change the maximum amount of projectiles. So like once it hits a certain threshold, it'll stop. Like if I were to set this to 2,000, it'll do 2,000 permaspikes and then it'll stop. Kinda. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. This is the only way it's ever gonna happen though. So I figured it out. This is actually what the problem was when I did the tack zone at the start. Remember how it was being all weird and gross and lopsided? I figured that out pretty quickly and fixed it, but we're going back to that now because we have to. Okay, so now it's starting to dissipate a little bit. As you can see, every time one comes in, one disappears and it like kind of piles up strangely. So this is 2,000 permaspikes. This thing should kill it pretty instantly, right? Like once it runs over these actually. Yeah. So like it's still gonna be super good. It's just like gonna make it so it's not all the ones in the corner, you know? It's like all this random shit that's building up that's just causing lag that's not actually dealing any damage because it's too far away. I don't know. I think this is gonna be fine. Okay, wait, sorry. Another time-lapse interrupted, but 2,000 is clearly not enough. We're not lagging at all, which means we're not trying hard enough. You know what they say, third time's a charm. Shit, dude, I don't know what to do here. From what I've seen, 2,000 and 5,000 maximum projectiles is the exact same thing. It doesn't change anything. But also, like, the way that they have this weird formation is not smart. Like, it was right over here just a second ago, and it was still producing up here at this top section. Like, it should just keep shooting at it, which is a problem. But at the same time, if I turn off the anti-lag, there's literally no way to do this. It'll take
days, just like the sentry gun. Yeah, so Lich goes out and we only got 175, but I also wonder if it could be a problem with the permaspike. Like maybe it's just not that good. I don't know. 99% of the towers in this video work just fine. If we have a few that don't, I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix it. Carpet of spikes. Now for this one, I turned off the anti-lag again, so it's gonna build up, but maybe it won't be as bad because these things actually have a lifespan, I think. It's usually at the end of the round, but maybe there's a time limit too. Don't be surprised if I have to put the anti-lag back on, okay? This is just the experiment or the test to see if we do. Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta do it. Do you blame me? Look at this, we're only on 118. We're like, we just started and it's already this bad. You know what? Maybe the spike factory is just gonna be like a separate tower from the rest of them. This is the group of rejects standing in the corner. Everyone else is normal and they're just like, what the hell is going on with those guys, huh? Well, it turns out the permaspike actually does just suck. Because this one, even with the projectile limiter, is still getting to the end. Now, unfortunately, this thing doesn't have any sort of knockback or stunning or anything, but as you can see, the damage is crazy. We're already down to 50 million. It just spawned in. Oh no, look at this though. It's not taking any damage right now because it's like outside of the little area. We need this little patch right here to finish it off or we're screwed. Please? Yes! Okay, that was super quick. I'm so happy. Oh my god, it actually did it! With limitations! That just proves how strong it is. Supermines. The finale before the finale. This is typically like the best thing in the entire game. Oh my god. The best tower in like any sort of experiment until they release the Spike Factory Paragon is what I'm trying to say. I kind of forgot every time one of them goes away they explode and that does so much damage. So this should be a walk in the park easily. Oh yeah, absolutely tearing through this. Again, it's at the start of the map. It doesn't get much better, honestly. I'm just so curious how the Paragon's gonna work. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to like, you know, get it closer to the start of the map so it doesn't have this problem. Also, where's the Moab test balloon? There we go. It's like it's not spawning in. What's happening? Also, this is ridiculous because look how much damage it's taking, right? That's not even from like the actual mines themselves. That's from the explosions. It's still like not even close to the pile. All right, 3, 2, 1, and we win. Victory whenever. What the fuck? Come on. Oh my god, we win. Victory. There we go. That was the worst one yet. That was horrible. Like with the victory screen, trying to time it right. Nah, that was not good. Mega massive munitions factory. Now time for the grand finale. I can't promise it's going to be the best one in the game, but it should have no problem again. And like I said, I'm going to put it closer to the start of the track. Because even the supermines, like it wasn't that bad, but it still took like probably 45 minutes just because of like the lag trying to get up to the supermines themselves. And I'm assuming this one's not going to be super lag friendly, so that's probably a good idea. I mean, it's totally fine right now, but once it hits the limit, then it's going to start slowing down. Or maybe it's not. No, it's when they start exploding like this. But then the little spikes that come off of the explosions actually disappear, which is good too. Keep in mind, just like the other spike factories, this thing would be like 100,000 times more powerful if we didn't have the anti-lag on. But you know what? I don't have a choice. Sometimes it's like that. Well, let's soak in the last little rays of sunshine here and just enjoy this final moment because after this, it's done. Not just this tower, not just this evolving. Oh, what the fuck? Thanks for interrupting my speech, douchebag. What? That doesn't make sense. I was like, okay, never mind. Anyways, we got it, obviously. That was just like weird timing. And yeah, like I was saying, that's it. What an absolute dominant performance in the end for the Spike Factory.
Nicely done. Anyways, on the screen right now is every single tower within this video that popped it by itself. Every single one of them that had the little green next to it got through all 181. It doesn't matter if you were 2 million away from beating the entire thing, you're not on here. This is only the best of the best. Hell yeah to every last one of you. Thanks for watching. Adios.